endings a lot more than in English. You gotta change it based on German version. Verbs have to be changed based on gender. Is it singular or plural? Is it masculine, feminine, or neuter? Gender, grammatical gender. I don't know if it's like that in Dutch, but look, the language isn't made for us. It's not for us.
But they get the job done, and you don't gotta buy the Blu-ray to see their nipples. By the way, in those last few sentences, French fries was a clever euphemism for big fat anime tits. I give plus size L 3 novelty trash can shaped French fries.
Sounds good.
That's too spicy a side for your palate. We also offer pseudo arm as a substitute, which isn't a short anime, but it may as well be for how much plot there actually is in it. It's also not particularly trashy, just a cute little comedy about theater kids flirting.
Oh god, it's a horrible thing to be able to resist your urge to sleep. Yeah. I completely. But it's like I don't have the luxury. Oh look, I suppose I could have just taken the day off as a sickie, but I completely agree. You know, you feel like feels like a curse. It's unnatural. They may be better off not being able to get around it at all. It just goes sleep. She'd be great as the succubus side chick from the anime. So, long story short, they end up faking orgies together on the clubroom floor. Though, tragically, they cannot share the resulting pictures anywhere because that would go against her contract. You know, her modeling contract that she has entirely because she's obsessed with this one guy who she can't stop thinking about how he ignored her for anime. That is seriously her backstory. Also, their sexy teacher is a secret cosplayer, though she does not seem to be interested in protecting in any way, which is an important distinction. We will get to why that is an important distinction when we're talking about another anime this season. And credit where it's due, speaking as a cosplay boyfriend, this show does get a lot of the little details about the hobby and its culture right. And it's got some very solid women supporting women vibes, which we love to see. But let's not split hairs here. This is pure male wish fulfillment harem anime nonsense, which we also love to see, even if it is a little toned down from the manga. 2.5 D Seduction gets 3 flaming dumpsters full of sexy cosplay outfits and fun. Now, ladies, I love the bogus rating scores. It's the more honest approach.
Crunchyroll funded adaptations, but they're not calling Crunchyroll originals anymore because that brand
is radioactive. Though unlike their last two unbranded webtoon things about bullied nobodies who become somebodies by learning to fight real good, this one's about a bullied nobody who becomes a somebody by learning to do makeup real good. Though she still does that with a YouTube tutorial, so it's not entirely unlike viral hit. Sean even goes unwittingly viral to the point that random people she doesn't know are talking about her over burgers. Speaking of not at all weird psycho behavior, she's also nominated behind her back for the Space Match style hot girl ranking site that her new art school has for some reason.
It's referencing Facebook's original, Mark Zuckerberg's original websites.
That she uses makeup to cover her, is that acne? Freckles? Just general redness? She kind of just looks like a conventionally pretty actress trying to win an Oscar for being so brave, which is wild, because this is animation, the one mass medium where ugly characters don't have to look like that. But everyone at her old school was tripping her and drawing clown faces on her for being so ugly. So I guess in the context of this fictional world where nobody understands how makeup works, she must actually be that ugly and needs to hide it. But, oh no, this hot boy who likes the same metal bands and horror books as her saw her without makeup, and he's a little bit of a jerk. Whatever will she do? Basically, this shows Hannah Montana, instead of singing, her big secret is she's not like other girls. Or, for the cultured among you, it's Kare Kano if Yukino didn't actually have any flaws and was only worried about people finding out she's kind of funky sometimes. Animated in the style of Totally Spies for some reason. It's exactly the kind of ludicrously contrived, lowest common denominator pandering bullshit that sells like hotcakes, because a lot of chicks are just as lonely and sad as the dudes self-inserting themselves into solo leveling. So, I will say, girls, if you're looking for comfort garbage, last season's Vampire Dormitory was way more fun. True Beauty, definitely sweet, but so much that it's liable to make anyone over 18 cute. I give it two rusty old dumpsters decked out in flowers and frilly pink shit and filled to the brim with Stanley cups. This is the TikTok popular collectible brand Stanley, not the famous hockey trophy. I feel like that's an important distinction to make because the next item on our menu, the Osan Newbie Adventurer, is explicitly made for sad men in their 30s and 40s. No idea what those cups even are. Though their girlfriends might. Finally, a fantasy anime for Leonardo DiCaprio. A fantasy anime that dares to say, hey, remember all them hot-blooded, big-muscled fighting anime you grew up on? We got their theme song guy, and he's twice as old as you are. You can really hear the 7 years since Kushida did the Dragon Ball Super thing. You know, I feel kind of mean ragging on all the old man stuff. Feels like bullying your grandpa for going to see the Rolling Stones in concert. It really is the show's oldest distinguishing feature. Story-wise, it's about an unfulfilled guy who quits his job to go work out a bunch, then comes back strong enough to kill monsters in a single punch, although his ranking at the local monster punching trade union does not reflect that skill, and so people are constantly underestimating him, especially rival monster punchers who think they're hot shit. Do I need to spell this out for you? It's Fantasy One Punch Man with an age gap. You think that's a gotcha? But the sassy lost child is older than Saitama. And look, normally I'd be 100% on board for some fantasy One Punch Man nonsense. I have been known to enjoy such things quite a lot. But the real trouble for Osan Adventurer is it's airing alongside I Parry Everything, which is pretty much the exact same show, only better in every conceivable way. Like animation, obviously, but also writing. Instead of a simpering waifu sidekick, I parry everything pairs its protag Nora with a proper gender-flipped Genos, this literal princess who is so convinced of his absolute combat genius that she takes everything this sheltered backwoods idiot who's literally never seen a monster before in his life says at face value.
Oh, that sounds charming.
That's what a regular goblin looks like. This is just a cow, and he's still just a regular, unremarkable dude who's kind of in a little over his head. All of which makes the joke that he doesn't know how insanely overpowered he is infinitely funnier than how Otan tells it. In Otan, Rickle just pulled the most insane feat of strength and speed that anyone has ever seen to absolutely stunt on the hands-down strongest other guy in the room, and then he's just like, wow, my opponent sure was going easy on me based on absolutely nothing, despite the fact that he's got this sexy 20-year-old dark elf maid chick who happens to be one of the strongest people on the planet, by the way, clinging to his arm and telling him what a tough guy hunk he is constantly. And his old job for the last decade was filing paperwork for the official Adventurer Rankings Bureau. I simply do not buy this joke's premise at all for 1 second, and I'm so glad they dropped it after the first arc, because frankly, it felt like the show was gaslighting me. It does get a bit better after we meet the rest of the...
Yes, skeletons! I need to kill lots of these things.
Geopolitical shenanigans that I Carry Everything's gotten up to by its second arc, it's still no contest with one's first watch. Though it's also no contest with one's trashier. I Carry Everything barely even does fan service, and there's not a stat screen in sight, so the best I can give it is one golden firework. Otan Adventurer, on the other hand, gets 3 record store bargain bins full of stats on tap. Even Otan's preference to the other kind of underestimated, overpowered adventurer story. You know, edgelord Garbo, like Berserker Gluttony, about kids who get bullied super hard for not having good abilities, but then they discover their abilities are good, actually, and use them to make them pay, make them all pay. Which we got an Isekai one of this season in Failure Frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells, and it might just be the edgiest Isekai trash ever made. I know that's a bold statement, what with all the Slavone and Shield heroes and anti-goblins in this genre, but this thing is basically a more trenchcoat mafia-filled take on Ari Peretta, and that show's edgy protagonist literally pulls magic guns out of his trenchcoat. In contrast to Shield hero's relatively cheerful first episode, which devotes only 25% of its runtime to Princess Beatrice's betrayal, Failure Frame's pilot is literally just a 20-minute long itemized list of Tokamimori's 13 reasons. We cut from a flashback of his abusive stepdad abusing him to his present-day classmates bullying him for standing up for this girl who didn't want to be hit on a bus ride. Then, after they all get isekai, all his bullies and the popular kids get all the high-rank gotcha skills while he's stuck at E-rank with abilities so trashy that the slutty gotcha goddess decides to just throw him in the literal magic garbage. But that gets announced like, halfway through the episode, so at least there's a little bit of time to balance all that crap out with some action, right? Wrong. Because before he can go to that death dungeon to do cool anime stuff, all his most popular and OP classmates have got to line up one by one to tell him that they hate him, and his pleading for his life is totally just killing the vibe, and he should really just read the room and die already. Also, this unpopular little emo bitch who used to be nice to stabbed him in the back the second he gets a drop of S-rank social capital. And while that one girl he'd tell not to come to school tomorrow does, of course, stand up for him, she just gets knocked the f*** out for her trouble. And what's our reward for sitting through that episode-long Born to Die World is manifesto? Some actually kind of cool CGI monster design, if I'm being honest. Grotesque, gangly proportions, generally very creative interpretations of classic concepts like the Minotaur. Let me tell you right now, those qualities are more than offset by the CGI models of the human characters, which they use a lot. And those monster designs are completely wasted by the show's high concepts anyway, since the low-level spells that his E-rank skill inflicts are, in fact, guaranteed hit status effects, which is insane because all of those have really low hit percentages otherwise, meaning he can instantly poison and paralyze anything just by pointing at it. It's a death note with extra steps, and the extra steps are torture. So instead of fight scenes, we have a series of big air quotes dramatic confrontations in which the hero instantly wins in one move, maybe two if he's feeling spicy and puts on an act to lower their guard first, then spends the next 5 to 10 minutes gloating while his foe agonizingly and slowly dies with no hope of escape while turning just the stupidest show to be born at first. Don't you worry though, Failure Frame makes sure you know they all
Failure Frame?
not just his classmates. By an astounding coincidence, 11 out of the 12 fantasy thugs he's murdered so far across 4 separate episodes were all distracted by debates about how much they should his elf waifu before they murder her, right before he murdered them. And the trust one was about to do it. This class show makes SAO's rogues gallery look rich, complex, and varied. Of course, at the end of the day, they're all just f***ing bloodbags from the top on the way to murdering their first actual classmate, right? We shouldn't expect guys with strength measured in minutes or seconds to be much more complex than the thugs he fooled by looking for his life or a rival type dude. He promised he'd get stronger and fight later, but then he just stabbed him in the back the second he turned it. But outside of those archetypes, they could at least be different kinds of scumbag, right? But surely there's gotta be at least one cannibal out there, or a real estate speculator? I mean, the vibes are also the B-rank classmate he's definitely gonna murder first whole thing, and this other lesbian classmate who makes one of the nice girl classmates murder monsters even though she really doesn't want to, is also molesting her on the side. Hell, even the king who put a bounty on the elf waifu's head only did it because if I can't have her, no one will. It is literally all the way down. What the author wanted tips from Dan Harmon's story circle, but accidentally found that one deeply unfunny pyramid head meme instead. At least the gotcha goddess is kind of entertaining. No, scratch that. She is profoundly entertaining. Like if Aqua was the villain of Konosuba on purpose instead of by accident. しかもリーチだからと思いますね。警察レベルが上がってもスーツの伸びは期待できるんですよ。もういいですか? But after the intro is done, she barely gets a couple minutes of B-plot and episodes to transparently gaslight, gatekeep, and girl boss the f*** out of the entire class, which is presumptuously campy villain nonsense, don't get me wrong. There's just so little of it next to this massive heap of samey B-dog shit. I give Failure Frame 5 trash cans full of blood and razors. You kind of need a palate cleanser after a heap of garbage that pungent. And a shower. Luckily, Cafe Terrace and the Goddesses is back to serving
Ooh.
spicy season of classic horror.
The thought of why the people at your local cafe are actually gods. Well, maybe the, maybe Nathan Homestead one.
The show has opted to just have them all openly declare their crushes to each other or housemating, except the tsundere, of course.
Of course.
Tsundere, also the one who does all the Street Fighter references and comic relief, may actually have the mind of a child, so no one's sure whether this counts hers. But at this point, it's all a matter of trophy formalities before this thing congeals into a proper competitive polycule. Well, tropes, and the tsundere's got to realize she's not to be confused with the Sato Dairy. That's when a girl acts like a sadist when she's not being all dairy to put that son. Oh, because default mode is still very much soon. Sadism's how she shows her affection. The show does kind of need a new conflict to keep things interesting. And the one that it's cooked up is just, I mean, so there's an evil horror now. This corporate-ass cafe opens up down the road run by this old real estate asshole who hates Hayato's granddad and wants to tear down his house and business out of spite. So in order to undermine Familia's reputation, this new cafe family has hired 5 waitresses who look exactly like the Goddesses and has them doing just the most insulting impressions of them, while also wearing much bloodier McDonald's versions of their iconic handmade uniforms. And, of course, all those girls are eventually going to fall for Hayato, too, and just make that whole nonsense crazier. But for the moment, these waifus are out for blood. Business blood. And I'm honestly impressed with how unhinged this show has managed to get without any sci-fi or fantasy elements, just a story about a Tokyo University student running a small business to hot girls who were squatting in his grandpa's house don't become homeless. It's truly carrying on the spirit of that mid-2000s anything goes horror mode, which is why I'm upgrading Cafe Terrace's rating this season to 4 modest restaurant wasting full of slightly stale yet once delicious breadsticks and half-eaten cake. Plus, someone lit a fire in the napkin dispenser. How's it? Alice pipes it up? No, still got some edge in there. Luckily, we've got sweet and spicy menu items for days this season. Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian is an exquisitely crafted piece of rom-com trash that deftly swerves around countless will-they, won't-they cliches by simply having its titular girl tell the nerd she likes that she likes him up front. In Russian, because she's half Russian and thinks that he as a cute Japanese boy won't understand what she's saying. But what she doesn't know is he had a half-Russian childhood friend and thus speaks the language fluently. So for once, the shoe is on the other foot, or it ends up there at least, after a suspiciously long, well-animated stalking putting on scene. Alia doesn't suspect his secret, though, because he has a fake childhood friend covering for the real one who happens to be on the student council with her and also happens to be his secret sort of estranged sister who pretends to be his childhood friend at school because their relationship's complicated. But then, Matsushita is a complicated man, a beacon of genuine charisma amid a sea of wet blankets. It completely makes sense that the cool beauty from Russia would have a thing for him, not to mention his sister, and that he'd have a certain sort of effect on many other types of girls, too.
素晴らしい気迫に思わず地球が震えました。
We have quite a few spicy items on tonight's menu, some quite a bit spicier than this. But of all those bold flavors, this one might just be my favorite. It's complex, mature, with many different intermingling notes. Every character has a distinctive, entertaining voice and plot moves. Surprisingly crisp, with genuinely twists, elevating what are fundamentally enormous impossible stakes.
Boom.
Notes only with way more anti-shots, which you won't hear me complaining about. It's also got some shades of Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. It's just a ton of fun all around. I give it 5 solid gold dumpsters full of fireworks. Okay, that's a normal amount. I think we're ready for another potential extra. Why Does Nobody Remember Me in This World is basically that most classic of Christmas movies. It's a Wonderful Life, only this timeline doesn't hinge on the protagonist's existence, barring any extremely obvious plot twist. Instead, there was this big war 30 years ago, see, where every race but one was ethnically cleansed from the entire planet in a mass holocaust where literally all of them were shoved into mass graves. And that is a good timeline. In the bad one, the genocide didn't work out, and now the humans, who, to be clear, 100% would have done it, are living underground in fancy sci-fi bunkers that provide a reasonable, if uncomfortable, facsimile of surface life. Not dead, to be clear. I mean, some of them are off-screen, presumably, but not all of them, which, again, is canonically what these people would have done to every other race given the opportunity, and then they have a yearly anniversary celebration for it. But, you know, they look like us, and the other ones have, like, horns and fur, so we're supposed to feel bad for the humans that they didn't get to do the genocide anymore, and want the protagonist to bring things back to how they were, but even without the moral considerations, I'd keep the timeline to see this animation again. No! Childhood friendship! Not the
Ash, how's it going?
To be fair, the plot is
Hey, buddy, you gonna disturb you?
No.
Just
Just-
Fine, it sounds like you're sleeping.
Oh. No, I didn't get much sleep last night, didn't I? But that's just me. What's up?
Sunday. I just started juice, man. If you want to hang out tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'd be super keen. There's nothing... Yeah, I've got nothing planned there. Yeah, man, keen. What time? Where at?
I come, please stand to my house at 1. So 1 o'clock, okay?
1 o'clock? Brilliant. I'll make time for that. Excellent. I'll see you then. Ah, cool.
Have a good sleep.
You too, man. Cheers.
Don't forget it.
No. 1 o'clock.
We're gonna show you something as well.
Ooh. Now I'm scared. Cool, man. I'll see you at yours. 1. See you, man.
Okay.
Things were so much better back when we won the race war. Doesn't even seem particularly driven to unliquefy after his childhood friend anymore, since he's got this new angel name squeeze who
Yeah,
manages to look more generic than the
I'm gonna go hang out with Ash.
generic angel waifu from 2.5D Seduction.
Chris tomorrow at 1 at his place.
So generic.
Oh.
I don't want to give the show the benefit of the doubt and
Yeah,
all that.
that doesn't sound like you're on vibe.
Kizuzane does
That's
convert
it.
to fantasy waifu.
Cute.
That is not a lot of time to have world war. It is entirely possible it was just an interesting mashing together fantasy trope with zero thought into the ethical implications of a global race war outside of that context. Likely even given how the last anime that was made on it turned out. So I'm hedging my edge bets and giving this one 2 trash cans full of tomato sauce and safety sandwiches. I don't want to leave you hanging on all that ledge, I promise, though, so let's see if we can find it elsewhere. Like in this show with a scary skeleton man on the cover. That's gotta be it, right? The strongest magician Human is about that guy from the title I just read, who, yes, I'm sorry to say, is CGI like 90% of the time, and yes, it always looks at least that bad from every angle. And there's so many other 3D models, and none of them are better. But in Ike's defense, he's got to keep that horribly rendered mask on so nobody figures out that he's not a demon, at least not until he finishes his quest to build a world where everyone can get along. A goal he starts toward by taking over a human city with his big demon army, then putting the demons in the city next to the people whose homes they just sacked and partially destroyed, and saying, hey, get along. And then they do. It just works. The strongest magician sometimes threatens to become a kind of genuinely interesting anime about fantasy politics and civic planning and shit, but then it just keeps shoving all that to the background while in the foreground these annoying Dixie Maid and the horny Yaru succubus chase each other around the dinner table yelling, he's mine! No, he's mine! Back and forth while the fat big dude who only ever opens his mouth to glaze up the pro tag is like, I Kusama, your dick is so big! How are you so handsome and such a genius at the same time? Like they're in the local theater putting on a production of Overlord. And then, when he actually does get a chance to flex his tactical genius on screen by outwitting an opponent in an evenly matched war game, his brilliant solution is invent guns. Which he doesn't even do himself. He just has the idea that guns might be useful, and then someone else makes them for him. As you can see, I was not exaggerating with my Pigman impression. The best thing I can say about this show is it finally made me get around to playing Tyranny, a half-finished Obsidian CRPG, the best kind of Obsidian CRPG, that actually explores all the cool ideas about managing a more equitable evil empire that strongest magician just sort of hints at, then leaves on the floor while it goes off to do more anime bullshit. I give it 2 wastebaskets full of Fantasy City zoning maps with obscene doodles just all over them. Anyway, that wasn't very edgy either. We do have one more thing that might cut that itch, but I'm saving the best trash for last tonight, so let's explore more of our romance options. First with Makein, Too Many Losing Heroin. How'd that get in the trash pile? I mean, I guess meta-commentary on anime rom-com tropes is a little bit trashy, conceptually, but all them cinematic angles are clearly art. Whoa! Okay, madam, this is a YouTube video. You cannot... Sir, could you please stop her... Ugh. I thought the Don was supposed to be next to... And that's not even the most out-of-pocket teacher at this school. I recommended Makein on the ones to watch for the look at the questions. And I recommended it here because the characters starting She dumps him again at the end of the episode, only this time it's from her sister's perspective, because this show thinks it's literature. And, you know, to be fair, the dialogue is pretty well written in this episode. Even the otaku talk, which is rare to see.
最後のフランスやでも彼なら自分のプレッシャーを気づいたっていうのは愛の本当の大きな功績だと思う。自分からの愛情、彼のこの目のバリが旅立っていない。すごくインセクトっぽい。これでいつか世界インセクションの4年前イメージを具現化するコアサバスの先生的確実の設定だ。
These aren't just cringy nerd references to spotlight things the authors of Nana. They actually tell us more about who these people are, what they value, their differing tastes and opinions, and the points they connect on, and more importantly, the ways they're not connected. Naori and Jun spend so much time trading bars and references, they're not really together in the moment a lot of the time, whereas he and Rumi have much more natural conversations. There's some genuinely good character writing here, just in service of some of the most aggravatingly inexplicable melodramatic bullshit I've ever watched. Also, it's not always, you know, good otaku meta commentary. They do get real screen sequels with some of them. Which really makes you appreciate just how good Makein is at this. You know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't hooked on this crap anyway. I just gotta know how these stupid horny teenagers are gonna hurt each other. I give it 3 flaming dumpsters full of Jim theory. Speaking of stupid teens hurting each other, though, it's been a while since we last served up a good old-fashioned big dumb death game. And let me tell you, they don't get much bigger or dumber than Tatsuketsu, Fate of the Mature. The first death game anime I've ever seen the entire population of Tokyo into the festive. A game in which a yes or no question is posed on TV every night at midnight based on viewer submissions. Around the city every day, and then everyone with the majority answer dies immediately. Unfortunately, the deaths themselves, at least at the end of the game, are a little underwhelming. Especially compared to the genre's great. Tatsuketsu still has its fair share of horrible animated violence, by which I, of course, mean violence that is animated, just horrible. Now, simple math tells us those rules will create a hard limit of 25 days before there's one or less people left alive in the city, which also quickly calls the massive player base down to a more manageable and traditional death game roster of 5 naive goobers united by the power of friendship. Plus
Sam superpowers floating around the city, which come in two flavors. Rights, minor supernatural advantages that can be gained for free just by opening an envelope, and Trident rights, straight up living abilities that can really be attained by you laugh, but Bro's out here playing 5D chess. You're not saying this far off the rails, this fast, it might even be worse. In-game betrayals and third-act plot twists dropping while players are still learning the rules. Over half the cast is dead by the end of episode 1, but don't worry, they get better, and the apparent big bad's opening gambit in the first scene we met him in is blowing up his own allies with a car bomb. You know, once all the episodes are out, I might just have to give this one a full dedicated roast of its own to do it justice. From this or past trash reviews that you want to see get that same treatment, let me know down below. If you're curious to watch it live, I'm giving Katsu the same rating I gave to the legendary Kamikatsu, a freight train full of fireworks crashing into a septic tank. At least I'm not leaving you folks hungry. I mean, I promise the hottest load of trash this restaurant has ever served, and I think I'm more than delivered. If you agree, there's like a button down there that you can click to let me know under the table in this restaurant. And when you're ready to leave, our valet will be around with a burlap sack to get you back where you came from. I'm Jeff Boo. I've been your waiter this evening. And don't worry about the bill. We've already robbed. Dear anime industry, can you please fucking cool it with all the great shows for one guy? Barely a month of summer left back in Canada. All this Berserk to finally read, and you just barge into my house to dump all these new seasons of Oshinoko, Monogatari, Tower of God, Nier, Fairy Tail, fucking Kinniku's back somehow, plus the new Code Geass thing Disney forgot to tell anyone about, and to top it all off,
Putin has lost a lot of Russia's male population in the fighting in Ukraine. But does he have a half-baked scheme to try to bring some conservative men back into Russian society? Just a bunch of U.S. influencers. I'm Paul, U.S. Army combat veteran. Let's talk about this insane story. So Putin has decided that Russia is going to be a haven to escape those damn Western liberals. In fact, Russia, who traditionally requires you to meet a quota, have knowledge of the Russian government, Russian language, Russian history, and laws before you're grants to use it, have instead instituted a policy to circumvent this. Right? Now, any foreigners whose country Russia deems too neoliberal can move to Russia, where traditional values reign supreme. According to a document signed by President Vladimir Putin. Right? This is a quote from TASS, Russia's news agency. So this is the Russian spin on things. Under the document, foreign nationals will have the right to apply for temporary residence in Russia outside of the approved quota. Of course, applications are based on their rejection of the applicant's rejection of their country's policies, aimed at imposing destructive neoliberal ideas on people which run counter to traditional Russian spiritual and moral values. What exactly is he talking about? Well, the answer is pretty straightforward, actually. Right? He wants more people to defect from the West. And if you've been on your Facebook lately, you know that the classic boomer uncle move of screaming about the horrible liberal destruction of their country. Who's going for that demographic? They're going for the angry Uncle Dave.
Those people just say that. They'll never do it.
More likely
They don't actually hate their country.
productive citizens. And more importantly, I don't think being Russian, they're not going to get thousands or even tens of thousands of people in this policy. Instead, I think what they're going for is trying to get
Opposites.
folks, prominent people from other countries who they can then use for propaganda purposes. To roll them out and say, see, these people moved to Russia because they were tired of, pick your conservative talking point here. I'm tired of living in a country with people who believe other things than they do. Now, what's I think is most interesting is, again, the number of American influencers seem to be salivating this. Of course, they point out that former Fox News personality Carlson praised Russian society, calling it shocking and disturbing how much nicer Moscow was than any city in the USA. Of course,
He's completely grifting.
Alex Jones said, breaking, Putin has dropped a bombshell secret, inviting people from across the globe who are fed up with the globalist, neoliberal language of sanctuary in traditional Russia. To point out a whole bunch of things. One, Putin is the richest human being ever to exist. The entire country of Russia is his personal piggyback. So to say that he is not a member of the globalist neoliberal order of God, I can't even have it I can't even have it in my algorithm. People ruin it. Right, but the point is that, remember, the globalist neoliberal, you might also know that the Chelsea Football Club, right? Prominent UK football club, huge real estate deal, mega yachts, is the Russian elite guy. So when people are like, oh, globalist elite, we neoliberal nightmare, guys, Russia is the globalist elite. They are firmly in that camp. I don't know what else to tell you. Of course, on Twitter, people getting dunked on. One ex-user replied to Jones and said, yes, please move to Russia. You'll love all that freedom. I'll personally pay for your ticket and a year's rent in an apartment if you move to Russia. Jones replied, no. Right? One person said, quote, I'd rather be under the leadership of Vladimir Putin any day than Kamala Harris. These are some real super hot takes. By the way, that's probably...
They're joking.
Somewhere else, actually points out...
Assume a joke was the stuff that's how sincere irony poison they all are.
If you feel like you're getting crushed, if you feel like you're getting crushed by neoliberal values here in the West, I can't help you. What I can help you is if you feel like you're getting crushed by your to-do list, you may need the energy drink alternative. Strike up. Made in the USA.
What's worth doing today? You wanna go to Manukau again? Seems a bit pointless there. No, that did nothing.
I don't even know if I'm gonna say. Even if it's what was There are 2,717 different types of aquatic creatures in Minecraft, with 2,700 of those being unique types of tropical fish. And as some off-brand Teletubbies on the internet would have you believe, collecting all 2,700 of them is the ultimate hardcore challenge. What I'm here to tell you is not. It's actually really, really easy. At least I think it's easy. I'm actually studying it. But I have faith in my abilities. So much faith in fact that I'm not only going to collect every single type of fish in the game,
Suddenly, I'm useless.
I'm gonna build a massive.
Nah, let's forget going out anywhere. We'll just have noodles.
Now the first question you're probably
And be warm.
It's just that.
And just get up early in the morning. I propose, however, we climb, what's it, the mountain tomorrow morning. Mount Cleveland. Be good exercise. Oh yeah, no, that would be a bit all over the show. You're right, we'll just stay here.
Within each size, there's 6 different patterns they can have. The flopper, blockfish, and koi fish for the large sizes, and brine super, sunstreak, dasher, spotty, and top for the small fish. Then, each pattern has a base color chosen from one of the 16 different Minecraft colors, minus black because apparently Mojang is racist, and then it picks from those 15 colors again to decide what color its pattern will be. Add that all together and you get 2,700 unique fish. Not all
Procedural generation.
give 22 of these fish a special and unique name. Not only that, but these 22 fish also have a massively increased spawning chance. Meaning that anytime a fish spawns, it has a 90% chance of being one of these 22 fish, with the remaining 2,678 variants all having to share the remaining 10%, which makes them very, very rare. So, how would one go about capturing them? You might think that the best way to do it is to simply go fishing. It gets you a bunch of generic, dead fish, which isn't what we want. The only way to actually collect the fish is by using buckets. Now, the first thought on how to automate something like this is to use dispensers. And while dispensers can place down a tropical fish, they can never pick it up, which isn't very helpful. That means the only way to get them is for the player to physically pick them up with a bucket. Now, I don't know if you're any good at math, but if you wanted to get one specific fish, you would have to catch about 27,000 fish. And that's only if you wanted to find one. And we want all of them. So then how is it even possible to collect them all? Well, that's where my big brain comes in. You see, the key to capturing these little buggers isn't about swimming around in the oceans at all. It's about
Might be Canadian.
features about spawning mechanics. So, if we just pick up a few materials like glass, redstone, beacons, shelters, and a buttload of buckets, we should have everything we need to build a little something that I like to call the fish capture 6000. And the first thing we need to obviously do is find a lush cave, and I did.
It's just a random number, right? It's a big round number.
And where there's a skeleton,
Were there 6,000 of these ones?
there are also lush caves.
Well, that's not explained.
But we need to clear out some space first.
And I don't think you're supposed to ask.
Or
My understanding is they had a random number was on the catalog all the products have a number assigned to them.
Ah, yes.
250 hypercards will play Asphalt Legends. And for those of you elite gamers that already play, don't worry, since the new version will carry forward your progress in Asphalt 9. Now, I could say my favorite part about this racing game are the ultra-realistic graphics that would light an Xbox 360 on fire if you tried to run it on one, or the sick racing tracks like the Singapore track with crazy neon lights and a freaking octopus. But I'm someone who just likes to play games with their friends who don't have a PC. But since this game is cross-platform, supporting PS4, 5, Android, iOS, Xbox, and soon to be the Nintendo Switch, that's probably my favorite feature. To play with me so I can simulate that I'm a friend and don't spend all my time making YouTube videos about catching fish, click the link in the description or use the QR code on the screen. And if you download it quick enough, you'll get a bunch of rewards since the game just launched. While you download the game using the QR code, we also need to head back underground and delete any water sources in the area. You see, the reason this farm is going to be so
Oh, I got a floor chicken.
into lush caves. You've probably heard of something called a mob cap, but Minecraft actually has 8 different mob caps that each serve a different type of creature. Tropical fish are a part of a water ambient cap, but this cap also includes things like cod, salmon, and pufferfish. This means if you were to swim around in the ocean, you would have a bunch of annoying pufferfish filling up the mob cap and constantly trying to poison you. But down here in the lush caves, none of those other fish are allowed to spawn, which means 100% of the water ambient mob caps will be made up of tropical fish. But even if that's the case, we still don't want to have to swim around looking for hundreds, thousands of fish, which is why we're going to make the fish come to us. The first step in making that happen is removing all the water sources in the area so they can only spawn where we want them to. And now that that's done, we just need to clear some room to build our own water tank. Well, this back to the old-fashioned way. By building this water tank, we can ensure that the only place fish can spawn is inside of it, and by placing force all the fish up to the top. Then with these pistons, we can funnel the fish into a small area right at the top for the player to collect from. Now, there's another issue I haven't really mentioned yet, and that is that fish tend to spawn in groups of 8 of the exact same kind. And since we only want one of each of them,
A school of fish.
8 times as many fish to find all the unique ones. Believe me, hundreds of thousands of fish is already more than enough to deal with. We don't want to make this more. Because in these bubble columns, fish can't actually spawn, which I know sounds like it completely defeats the purpose, but you see, if we connect a bunch of sticky pistons at the bottom that are all set to trigger at different times, for a brief second some of the bubble columns will turn into regular water where fish can spawn, but since we're only activating 1 or 2 columns at a time, the game can't find enough space to spawn an entire school of fish, and instead only spawns 1. And this is how we reduce the amount of duplicate fish that we can get up to by 8 times. So now, if I stand in this little spot, all of the fish will be pushed right up in front of the player ready to be collected. So now we have to figure out how I'm going to hold hundreds of thousands of buckets of fish that don't even stack, and manage to sort them without losing track of even a single one. First, we get hundreds of shulkers full of iron buckets from our iron farm, then with a shulker box loader to pull them out one by one into an automatic water bucket filler that will send the full buckets of water all the way up to this dropper. So now we can
Obviously.
by running the other way with the comparator
Of course.
this way, when the player collects a fish they don't want, they can just throw it out of their hand to be picked up by the hopper ball. The comparator will then notice the item passing through and but of course, we don't just want to delete the fish, since we're still going to need thousands of them to breed that blue axolotl later on. So, we can just run that hopper line into a shulker box sorter hooked up to a big old storage block and bam! We got axolotl food for days. And then the last thing we need to figure out is how to track, sort, and organize all 2,700 unique fish. And that's not going to be easy. Like, take this for example. In this tank, there are 13 tropical fish. 11 of them are completely unique, but 2 of them are exactly the same. Can you figure out which one's which? Me neither. And I don't want to have to play this game with 2,700 different fish while my game runs at 2 frames per second. But, luckily for me, if I hit F3 plus H, it will enable Minecraft's tooltips, which will allow me to see exactly what kind of fish are in my inventory. But that still leaves the question, how am I supposed to figure out if I've caught every single fish? Well, for the Jameels among you that don't believe anything, you get to watch my vlog channel and sort through the hundreds of hours of footage to count every single fish I pick up. But for the rest of you non-hooligans, we're going to use this nice little resource pack called Tropical Fish Collection, which will add advancements for every single type of fish. So now, when I collect a fish for the first time, you can see the advancement get completed and easily keep track of how many I caught. And now that we've surely solved every possible issue we could run into, all we have to do is stand here, pick up a fish, rename it into a giant tower of angels, and sort it into my lovely rainbow shulker boxes. And then we do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Is that not a new one? Huh, I swear I haven't gotten this one yet. It's a Dasher. Where is Dasher? I have no Dasher. Can I pick it up again? What the heck is wrong with this thing? Please don't tell me this thing isn't gonna work. Okay, so it seems that these Dasher fish won't work for some reason. So, I guess we'll just shove you into a box and leave you in the corner, like I do with every other problem in my life I don't want to deal with. But aside from that minor concern, we can go back to collecting fish. Okay, wait a minute. Now I do have a Dasher. It's this cyan and pink one, but that's not what you were, right? No, you were light gray and black. Where's light gray and black? Wait a second. Black isn't supposed to exist. Oh no, have I installed something I'm not supposed to? I have discovered something! So it turns out I didn't break my world, like I usually do, but instead, Mojang did it. So, remember when I told you the blackfish aren't supposed to exist? Well, they're not, but I found this bug report showing that back in 1.19.3, Mojang made a mistake in their code. The code used to select a random number between 1 and 15, which was then converted into one of the 15 colors. But in 1.19.3, they changed it to instead pull a random selection from their standard color array, which they must have forgotten includes black. Which now means there are hundreds of glitch fish out there that I could just ignore because they shouldn't really exist. I mean, come on. You really expect me to take the easy way out? You think I'm a sane and rational person? Please! All this means that the number of unique fish we need to catch just went up from 2,700 to 3,072. Which, well, that means it's gonna take a lot longer. So for now, I'll keep any blackfish I find in this shulker, and I'll make sure to get the resource pack updated so they actually appear in the advancements. But until that happens, it's back to fishing. And I'm out of XP levels. Kinda overlooked the fact that naming all of them would use up so many levels. But hey, that's what we have the gold farm for. Alright, these levels should be good enough for now. Let's go get some more fishies. And I'm out again. That lasted all of a few minutes. Okay, so this is actually getting kind of problematic. The farm is working amazingly. I'm getting a new fish like every 10 seconds or so, which is really fast. Except that also means I use up an XP level every 10 seconds, which isn't that good. And even though my gold farm is decent at getting experience, it takes like half an hour to fly back and forth, which basically means I'm spending more time getting experience than I'm getting fish. So yeah. That's not ideal. But I have a thought. I know I have this skeleton spawner really close by here that I used for bone meal a little while ago, but if I instead use it for XP, it won't be as fast as a gold farm, but I won't have to fly anywhere, so hopefully it ends up being faster in the long run. Ah, here it is. Alright, so I think if I try to make this a little bit more efficient, maybe do a level elevator to get in and out or something, just to make it a bit more efficient. Alright, cool. New XP farm. Let's hope this is faster.
It wasn't faster. I spent, I think, 13 hours or so by now collecting fish, and I've only gotten about 260. Well, plus these 3 black ones that aren't actually supposed to exist, which is still way less than I thought I'd have by now. The farm is still working great, but this XP thing is definitely not working very well. Now, do I actually need to name every single fish I collect? No, absolutely not. It's completely unnecessary. When we eventually build the giant aquarium place for them, we'll be able to see what kind of fish they are by just looking at them and not having to play that stupid guessing game every time. However, I have no idea what to do about this. I've been looking at fast XP methods like Enderman farms, larger gold farms, and guardians, whatever. I even considered the insane god particle thing, but the problem is they're all a major hassle to build and probably not worth the time. And or they have to build really far away, which means flying back and forth, and that takes a lot of time. The main problem is that experience isn't linear in Minecraft, so while we're going from 1 to 100 isn't that hard, going from 100 to 100 is a lot more work. And since I need over 3,000 levels to pull this off, I don't want to fly to the end dimension every 30 minutes just to restock. But I have one last idea. It's time to pull out my secret weapon, my ace in the hole. The greatest, biggest brain play any YouTuber has ever attempted. And I'm calling my roommate. Well, it seems like my plan has been foiled. Alright, now that I have a genius plan that I totally came up with myself, let's go collect the supplies for it. First, we need to head over to our iron farm and grab a bunch of iron that we can trade for emeralds. Then we just need to head over to our end portal. Now, XP bottles do cost like 3 emeralds a piece, so I'm thinking maybe we can find a way to improve those prices. To do that, let's find ourselves a professional negotiator. Now we just have to lure this man over to our magical hole, and maybe we'll just grab another one for a good measure. And now we can just watch them go down into the little space hole. Actually, this is much better dressed. I think I like him more. We all know how much first impressions matter. Gotta make sure you look the part. In you go! Alright, well, let's get you guys in a boat. I guess you will no longer be necessary. Alright, holy man, I think it's time we have a chat. Let's just get you a little privacy over here. And we'll bring over our well-dressed businessman for a nice little conversation. Yep, just right in here should be good. Now we need you in here to sacrifice. Wow, look at that! What a successful negotiation. Let's get you spruced back up and ready for some trading. First, we gotta turn all these iron ingots into emeralds. Then we just turn those emeralds into experience bottles. And we just keep doing this for about 6 hours or so. Ooh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Don't look over here, Mr. Claire. Nothing to see here. Just, it seems that our other villager has decided to retire. Yep. Don't be concerned at all, sir. It's absolutely nothing dangerous about trading with me. Sure, you'll be perfectly safe. I guess we'll just use up the rest of these emeralds on a few more bottles. And that's the last of my emeralds. Alright, well, hopefully that should be enough for the rest of the 3,000 fish. Let's get this all back to the fish farm. You know, I just realized that also gave me 142 more levels. I didn't know villagers were such a good way of getting XP. I mean, these are all gonna be gone in like 2 seconds due to my new fish obsession, but normally, this is a good amount of XP. Actually, I'm kind of curious. How quickly can I grind through this many levels? And that's the last one. So that was 142 levels in a little over 2 hours. That is such a waste. But now, if I collect one more fish... Oh no! What am I gonna do? I'm out of levels! Well, good thing I installed this! Excuse me for one moment. Oh no! I'm out of levels! What will I do? Good thing I installed this button. Oh wow! 1 whole level. Just what I needed. Now I can go back to fishing for a few hundred more hours. I've been fishing for 30 hours, and I think my brain is turning to rot. But we've now collected 850 of the tropical fish. Now at this point, I think it's time we start to gather some of the other 17 aquatic creatures we want to put in a museum. Wait, No, not a museum. What is the... Matt? What's the water version of museum called? Right, the aquarium. Man, I'm just a nap. My brain is so broken from these stupid fish. Alright, I'm back. As I was saying, we need to collect the other 17 ocean creatures for this giant aquarium we're going to build. And I know 17 might sound easy compared to the 3,000 or so whatever tropical fish, but believe me, they're not. So let's start by gathering the 5 types of axolotl, which includes that incredibly rare blue axolotl that can only be made through a 0.08% breeding chance, possibly making it the hardest mob to obtain in the game. The other 4 can be found naturally, and if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure we actually have there it is. Now that's what you call prime organization. So, this is Jeffrey. I'm here with Dad. And as you can see, he's one of the 4 most common types of axolotls, which means he's going to go hunting for the yellow, brown, and pink ones before we can start breeding the ultra-rare blue variants. Now, the best place to find axolotls is going to be in lush caves, except not the lush caves where I have a fish farm, because we kind of removed all the water from that one so they can't spawn. But luckily, lush caves aren't that hard to find. All we gotta do is find some more of those azalea trees popping out of the ground. Oh my gosh, did I seriously forget my ender shell somewhere? Alright, guess we have to go all the way back to the base. Oh, there's a lush cave right there. Well, would you look at that? Yep, that's right, I totally planned this. Now you can go back to the base and get my ender chest that I totally forgot on purpose so I could find this cave, and then we can come back and get some axolotls. I see one. Oh, so this is Mr. Pink Boy here, and that's 2 out of the 4 down. Except this appears to be one of the smallest lush caves known to mankind, so I'm hoping it leads to like a bigger cave somewhere. Oh, look promising, look promising. Ah, darn it, this is the dumbest lush cave ever. Alright, well, due to my inability to find anywhere this lush cave might go, I'm going to attempt the biggest brain strategy. Now, where is all the water? Ah, there it is. Come on, Jeremy. Leave me to all your friends. Axolotl. You know, I thought these other ones weren't supposed to be that rare. I guess if I just wander around for long enough, eventually they'll spawn. Axolotls? Yeah, seems more like Axel Little. I'm sorry. Okay, let's keep looking. Oh, a brown one. Here we go. Okay, so that's 3 down. Now we have to find a yellow one. This one looks like fruit. Oh, that's another pink one. Wait, I have a pink one, right? Yes, I do. Well, I'll grab it anyway, so Jeffrey can have it. Okay, yellow. Oh, there it is. My little boy. Alright, with all the 4 common ones caught, we can proceed to the next step, which is breeding the rare blue one. Alright, now we have to go off and find someone to build a nice breeding cave. Now, I kind of want to find somewhere close to the farm here, since we're going to need thousands of leftover fish as, breeding incentives. Is that a lush tree? Seriously? Is there a biome right next to the farm? I flew all over the map looking for that dumb thing. How did I not notice this? Okay, now we just need to find a wide open area to breed them all together. Oh, okay. I immediately found one. Good job, me. Now, there's a few things that axolotls need for breeding. One is a big tank of water so they don't just, die. And second is about 2,400 tropical fish to feed them. First, let's get to work on building a nice swimming pool. Ouch. And there it is. That should do it. So now we just have to worry about the baby machine process. You see, the way axolotls work is that when you feed tropical fish to 2 of them, they begin the, ritual. And when they finish their, ritual, a baby will pop out. And there's a 49.9583% chance of that baby being the same color as one parent. And that same percent chance of being the color of the other parent. But then that leaves a 1 in 1,200 chance unaccounted for, which is the rare time that the child could just completely ignore its genetics and decide to become something else entirely. Blue. Why it decided that was the mutation it wanted to create? I have no idea. But you see, that leaves a problem. It takes the parents 5 minutes or so to, recover their stamina, or 20 minutes for the children to, join their parents in the mating ritual. You know, I'm starting to see why there might be a slight chance of genetic deformity happening. But after you wait the allotted time, you can just try again, and again, and again, and again, and again. So eventually you have more axolotls than you can count, or see. So if you do get a blue one, you probably won't even be able to spot it. Now I just gotta keep doing this until somebody decides they want to get different. Or whatever. Oh, Post-editing Nathan here. I caught the baby and bred it into many more blue axolotls. Once it grew up, of course. I'll show you the footage, but it kind of broke, and it looked like this. So, yeah. Anyway, now that we have the 5 pairs of axolotls, I think we should give them a beautiful new home. They don't have to live in that green chamber. Wow, what a beautiful new home they have. Definitely better than this pesky bladder. They get to swim around here and watch you catch fish for 7 hours. Before we kidnap ourselves some more friends, though, we should probably get back to fishing since we still have a ton more to catch. As I'm sitting here fishing, I just realized I never actually explained why I decided to do this entire video in the first place. So listen up, you little muddy flappers, because we got some beef to settle. The whole reason we're doing this is because this cotton candy looking fool thought he could say this nonsense and get away with it.
You know those Minecraft hardcore YouTubers who make those videos like, I trapped every mob in Minecraft.
The proving of this trap every single mob inside of a giant.
I put every biome under the bedrock.
In Minecraft, it's impossible to build under bedrock.
Well, I have a challenge for you. Tropical Fish hacked 2,700 unique combinations. You want a real challenge, hardcore YouTubers? Get all of them.
Now, first of all, I'm offended. Second of all, I accept your challenge. Which is why at the end of this video, I've invited Canman18 to my hardcore world to prove once and for all that Okay, I'm not actually sure what I'm trying to prove here, but I'll take it on. Point is, we're doing this out of convenience. Not because he genuinely had a good video idea and I just wanted to do it. But regardless, we're just gonna need a few more fish if we're gonna pull this off. Alright, so I may have gathered more than just a few, but after another 19 hours of using this machine, we are now at 1,500 of the 3,072 tropical fish that we need. And after all that fishing, I think I deserve a break. So let's move on to capturing the next creature on our list, the frogs. Now, frogs come in 3 different types, which each belong to a certain temperature of biome. The orange frogs belong in temperate biomes like plains and forests, but they're only naturally spawned in swamp biomes. The white frogs, on the other hand, belong to warm places like savannas and the nether, and spawn naturally in mangrove swamps. And finally, there are the green frogs, which belong to the cold biomes like the ice spikes. The problem with the green frogs, however, is that they don't spawn naturally, meaning the only way to obtain them is by forcibly dragging kidnapped frogs from other biomes all the way into a frozen wasteland where we trick them into breeding and depositing their tadpoles into the icy water so the coatings can grow up to be green, because that all makes sense. But in order to do that, we first need to capture the other types of frogs. So let's go find ourselves some swamps. Ooh, this looks like the perfect spot. A regular and a mangrove swamp right next to it. Which means we should be able to find both the orange and the white frogs here. I think I'll check the mangrove swamp first, and hopefully we can find... Oh, I see one. Oh, there's a bunch here. You know, I've never actually seen one before. These guys look kind of cool. So, I guess we probably need something to move these guys, like a lead. One moment! I'll be back for you. I have returned, little froggy. Wait, where's your cat? Ooh, there you are. Congratulations, you have been selected for our annual kidnapping. Where are you? Hey, can you navigate around a tree? Where are your friends? Did you just the loner of the group? Honestly, it was a bad thing. How have I found one frog in this entire biome? I found your brother! Oh, no, I lost the first one. There we go. Alright, come on, boys. Oh, no! Okay, that's it. That's all we need. Now we gotta find that other swamp biome. I swear, this one frog has no sense of navigation. It probably doesn't help that this is the worst biome to try and get through though. Dang it, Bert! Stop breaking your leads! Okay, now we gotta find the orange ones. Woo! I got one. Welcome to the crew. I will name you Beatrice. Meet Bert, Greg, and Charles. You will likely be mating with one of them in the future, so probably try and be friendly. Okay, I think 2 is enough for the orange, because these guys are real hard to deal with at this point. Hey, who do we lose? Oh, there he goes. Oh, get back here. I see you. I'm coming slowly to capture you. Every time, this guy. It's the same guy. He's been trying to escape since the beginning. Okay, so now we gotta take these frogs all the way to a cold biome, which is probably going to be the worst thing I'm ever going to have to do. Alright, boys, let's begin our adventure. Oh, the wiener is skipping. Oh, don't you dare be behind the tree. Okay, now, it has come to my attention that many of you are looking to break your leads and mate while I'm not looking. baby pig. Oh no, an orphan pig. I better take it. There it is. Your breeding ground, boys and girls. Alright, now give me a slime, give me a slime. Love one another. Oh, there's the love. Oh, look, it's made so many really ugly looking babies. Oh no! Oh, I see what's happened. Man, I'm suffocated to death. Oh, there he is. Alright, let's go, squad. Woo! We've done it! All the frogs are back and have a nice little home. Or at least, I think it's a nice little home. But I'm pretty sure Bert is already trying to escape, so before he does that, I think we should build something that's a little bit more permanent for them soon. However, this video is about catching fish, not finding Bert a home, so he's not really a priority right now. With that being said, we should probably go back to catching more fish because we still have so many more to get. Alright, we are now at 2,000 fish collected, which means I think it's time we finally get to work on the giant aquarium project for Bert and all his friends. And of course, we have 3,000 fish, but more importantly, Bert doesn't run away. Now, usually when I make massive builds in my world, I want them to double as something useful, like having a farm inside. So since we're going to need tons of prison money to build this aquarium, I'm thinking we just build the aquarium. That way we actually have a reason to build it. But that means the first part of this build is going to be to make the farm below it. So let's find ourselves an ocean monument to repurpose for our needs. Ooh, that one looks like a little bit better. There's no land nearby, which makes this one perfect. This will because we have tons of room to actually build the aquarium on top of it. First thing we're
Oh, you a good job.
Mobs inside of it. We want to capture some of the elder guardians and normal guardians to go inside the aquarium. That means we can't just kill them, we have to enslave them. And since I don't want the elder guardians bugging me all the time, we're going to have to bring them over here. Now, how we set them over here... So, let's build a little spot here for them. Now, let's get the grass out. So, these guys are going to drive into here. And then we so now that the tracks are here, we have to figure out a way to get the Elder Guardians out without dying. So piece of sand here, piece of TNT here, and we light the TNT.
Oh, so good. Oh, no, she's so rude. She was all about her.
One man out. This should be a lot easier. Yeah, there we go. This is how the first one should have been. Alright, now that we have the Elder Guardians put away, we need to collect some of the normal guardians.
Yes, pentagram.
No longer given us naivety, we can get started on building the Guardian farm, which I'm going to break down into 3 main steps. Step 1, we're going to need to drain the monument and destroy any mobs from spawning. Then we need to replace the monument with a bunch of specially designed portals that will instantly funnel the Guardians into the Nether, which is where we need to build step 3, a very humane killing chamber equipped with an item collection system to store the remains of thousands and thousands of Guardians that we're going to have to kill. Now the first problem I'm running into is we need to remove toxic water out of the middle of the ocean. That's not exactly going to be easy. But I have a strategy that might make this work. But to test it, we're going to need a bit of redstone, some sponges, and a lot of sand. While we're gathering the sand though, we should probably get the rest of the supply.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Well,
What?
Today's video is sponsored by our friends over at Best. That's really shoe brand I've been wearing for a few years now. And let me tell you the highlight marquee feature. What? Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar. Yeah, you read the title right. I'm thinking of quitting Linux and going back to Windows. No, this is not a joke. This is actually something that has been pondering in my head for the last...
They always go, they all come back.
Since I had bought my RTX 4090 and made that video about a year ago where I literally built one, I basically made one graphics card turned into 32, I figured, yeah, maybe this could be something that I want to chase down the road, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, to start off with, I've been a Linux user primarily on my channel for 4 years now. I've been basically talking about how awesome Linux is, I've been pushing it, and I've been kind of what I believe to be a bit of an evangelist about it, okay? And yes, I have to tell people like you that I use Arch alright? I'm sorry, ever since I installed it, there's this weird brain worm that I've gotten in me that it's impossible to remove, okay?
I know.
Something unique,
I know.
all the time. But
Yeah.
I don't hate Windows, and I'm not going to shame anybody for using Windows. I know that I made plenty of videos ripping on Microsoft Windows all the time, and that's because of shitty decisions that Microsoft has made in regards to things like Copilot, and the fact that I genuinely do not trust everything that Microsoft does as a company, especially when they're running bare metal on the system. So why am I making a video considering of going back in time? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking over here real quick, you can see that I've got a Steam page open in an actual virtual machine right here. And this virtual machine, ladies and gentlemen, actually allows me to run full-on games like Yakuza Kiwami 2, no joke, right underneath an actual virtual machine using only one graphics card. At this moment in time, as I've launched this game, I am in fact splitting up my graphics card in real time, so I can use the same GPU in a virtual machine and my actual home computer. All right. Now, there's a couple of reasons why one would do this, right? And I'll give you a real-world example right now. I use this to play Elden Ring co-op with the wife. So at the time, there was this mod called Seamless Co-op for Elden Ring, and it's a great mod that allows you to basically play the entire franchise, the entire game of Elden Ring with your friends. So at the time, my wife's computer just couldn't run Elden Ring. I think her GPU was a little too old. So I was literally too lazy to go and upgrade the thing myself. So I decided to split my 4090 in half and basically let her play with one half of the 4090 and I played with one half. And we basically got all the way through Godric before we stopped. Okay, like it was one of those things where we played a hefty amount of the game and we were playing it, high settings, 60 frames per both of us. And it was truly an impressive piece of technology. Now, since then, I've been trying to chase that same high underneath Linux. Unfortunately, I haven't reached it. Now, to give you an idea, there is something known as GPU paravirtualization, which is virtualizing your graphics card. And a lot of virtualization tools have 3D drivers that now can let you play in-game. So when I'm going to play an old PC game underneath my computer, I don't just try to run the binary. I just run it in VMware, okay, or VirtualBox, because they have 3D drivers. But that only goes so far, alright? What if you wanted to run something like Yakuza Kiwami 2, or a shooter, or a game relatively recent that came out underneath a virtual machine? Well, underneath Linux, there's not that many options, okay? For a while, there was something known as libvfio, which had some showcase of people playing Call of Duty Warzone 1.0 on it with really good frame rate, okay? They were splitting one card. So there's a problem with this entire setup. For one, it took a little while to get going, and currently, underneath the 4090 that I use, it is perpetually in development, meaning that maybe it'll come out, maybe it won't. So upgrading too far down the road can cause issues running. Now, the other thing was something known as vGPU Unlock, which required you to get access to NVIDIA's developer business side of things, and basically modify or
alter the driver of your actual NVIDIA GPU so you could resemble something known as a quad core. So basically, at a server level, what companies allow you to do is split or virtualize portions of your graphics card, and this is something that's locked to big companies. And of course, when you get to a later point, you need to actually start patching your Linux kernel, and at this moment it becomes a matter of, do I really want to go through this for, do I really want to go through the insane effort involved that's just not even going to be entirely functioning for me, provided when some of these developers...
Yeah, they'll come back.
I looked into something known as VirGL, which was an actual graphics driver for QEMU. But of course, this only went so far, and trying to get this thing to function appropriately underneath an NVIDIA graphics card rendered me with node errors and things that just would not initialize. And even when I thought it was working, and it said it was working, I was getting like 2 frames, maybe 1 frame on average, with a lot of these benchmarking tools, which showed me that, yeah, it probably wasn't working. Now, I saw recently there was something known as VirtIO GPU Remix, which was something where I saw a few videos of some users playing Dead Space Remake at like 60 plus frames per second, Resident Evil 8 Village in a very, very impressive frame rate. So I thought, oh, maybe this is the route that I should go down. But unfortunately, it also involved having an AMD graphics card, which I did not have. I had an NVIDIA one. And you have to start downloading specific Linux kernel. Now, if you think that I'm paranoid as fuck when it comes to running regular software in my system, I am triple paranoid when it comes to installing somebody else's patches in the actual OS's kernel itself. This is never going to happen. So that high that I experienced with my significant other playing Elden Ring was something that only was reflected in Windows. So, at this moment in time, I wanted to kind of guide you through the history of why Nintendo went down this way. 4 years ago, I made a video where the goofy Mutahar face comes from, where it was titled, literally, me building a virtual gaming, VM. And I did this because at the time, for the virus investigation series, I was looking into this PUBG malware. But I didn't want to run malware on an actual system. I wanted to run it in a virtual machine that could run something like PUBG. So what I did was I installed my own, Linux operating system, and I used a Type 1 hypervisor. Now, the thing about a hypervisor is if you look into the actual pipes, a Type 1 hypervisor is something that is embedded in the machine's firmware. A Type 2 is something that you install on the machine, and it actually works with the machine's operating system. So when you install the there's a processor that is a Type 1 is something that is known as KVM, which is something built into the Linux kernel itself, and it's a part of the actual process. A lot of big servers use it, and a lot of smaller guys like me who just want to have split up GPUs use it all the time. So the thing about it is, Microsoft has the same thing. They have something known as Hyper-V. Now, Hyper-V is something that you can install right now if you have Windows 11 Pro. But you probably are using Hyper-V without knowing if you own an Xbox. So every time you fire up a game on an Xbox, what it does is it launches a brand new virtual machine where it allocates a certain amount of the actual system's resources. So it runs games in a virtual environment. It sandboxes the game from the rest of the Xbox's operating system. So the way that Hyper-V works is you have Hyper-V, basically your host computer, and your actual operating system, so Windows, like what we're using over here to record my footage, my desktop, this is running in a virtual machine. So you probably won't notice this because that's how Hyper-V works. And within Hyper-V, you can then create multiple machines. And then you can do things like GPU partitioning, which we'll get to later on. So the thing about all of this is when I started making that video, it was pretty simple. I built a Linux box. I basically had an integrated GPU, which was a graphics processing unit that's built right into your processor, and I had my RTX, like the 1080 or the 2000 series at the time. So what I did was I used something known as VFIO, and it hijacked the card as the system was booted, meaning Linux could not access that graphics card. I then passed that over to the virtual machine I had built, and lo and behold, I could game under Windows. Now, one of the first few videos that I saw on YouTube was like literally right here, where some guy was playing Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, just like that. And I was blown away by it. This was uploaded like 10 years ago. It was something that was entirely possible at the time. And of course, one of the most popular videos I think that came out of this topic was a channel known as Level 1 Linux, Level 1 Tech. So Wendell had shown GTA 5 running underneath Arch Linux, or running underneath any form of Linux, to be honest with you. Nowadays, this whole process is super duper simple to do, and there's an entire wiki that you can follow that'll just basically work and get you up and running, I would say, within an hour, depending on your skill. Right? If you're really skilled, I'd say minutes. But with all of that being said, the dream lasted for all of 2 years. Because later on, what had happened was games like Rainbow Six Siege had started to implement, really stringent checks into their anti-cheat. Now, anti-cheat technology is not new, and if you look at anti-cheat stuff now, there's a lot of popular games that just will not work underneath this method. But at the time, what had happened was my gameplay on Rainbow Six Siege was met with me being kicked out of sessions every single minute. And this happened because the anti-cheat BattleEye was basically detecting that I was in a virtual machine, and they kept kicking me out. So immediately I thought to myself, wow, the whole reason I built some of these things was to game on. If I can't play the games that I'm most passionate about, maybe this project starts to die. But then Valve had started to really put a lot of its time and money and focus into building these Proton systems. So nowadays, you might be using the Steam Deck, and the Steam Deck is truly a magical piece of brilliant engineering. It's one of the best handheld systems that I own, but a lot of it comes from Valve's Linux development. Develop Windows versions of games, but they don't have any financial incentive to build Linux versions of games. See, most of the world uses Windows, it's the entrenched operating system, and for the most part, it's a pretty decent OS. So when people are using Windows, alright, that's the primary operating system, and that's what games are developed for, that's what a lot of software is made for. Linux is more often an afterthought, and technologies like Proton and Wine, which translate Windows binaries on the fly for Linux-compliant code it's called, typically this is the best that developers and publishers are going to want to do. If it just works under this software stack, they're happy with it. Now, it's gotten so good that in the last couple years, it used to be 4 years ago when a brand new game would launch, you'd probably wait around a couple weeks for it to be played. Now, games like Black Myth Wukong pretty much work right out of the box. I was playing this on the Muda console in my basement, which runs on
the Muda console.
Steam OS interface on an actual, box. I was playing it just fine on it, okay? Black Myth Wukong works great. Counter-Strike, because it's a Valve game, has an actual native Linux version. Dota 2. And of course, the fourth most played game, fucking PUBG, somehow with 720,000 players still on. That is obviously forced because of the fucking anti-cheat. Naraka Breachpoint, Apex Legends, Once Human, GTA 5, Rust, Path of Exile, Elden Ring. A lot of these games work pretty well underneath Linux, okay? In fact, if anything, they're about as closest to the Windows experience as you're getting. So for anybody that's gaming, provided you're not playing fucking Call of Duty, which, sure, that might be the one game other than PUBG in this list that's completely worse, in Rainbow Six Siege, and for some reason EA Sports Football Club 24, which I heard is great, but it's not worth me installing Windows over it. A lot of the stuff works just fine underneath actual, Linux's Proton. And it works just as good as Windows. And honestly, if you sat down somebody and just hit the play button and gave them access to a game, they wouldn't even be able to tell what operating system they're playing. It just works that good. So at this moment in time, I have done a little computer hack, and I went to the RTX 4090. So I went from having 2 graphics cards in my computer to having 1 GPU. And the reason for that is the RTX 4090 is such a fucking behemoth of a card, and you literally cannot fit anything underneath it or around it. That card will just actually take over your system. Now, it is a great card. For the price that you're getting, alright, you're getting a pretty strong GPU. The problem is, you can only have one of these things in your system. So I also have an AMD Ryzen GPU, which doesn't come with an integrated graphics card. So I decided to do something known as single GPU pass-through, where I was basically swapping my graphics cards between operating systems like it was hot potato. So what I had done was I created a set of scripts that as I was launching a virtual machine, it would basically uninstall my graphics card, okay, unload it from my system, and just pass it over to a virtual machine. And boom, I'm playing Windows games it would just be like a dual boot without actually going through the whole boot up process. Now, if I shut down Windows from my virtual machine, it would then basically reattach the graphics card back to the Linux virtual machine and fire up the desktop environment. So it's a pretty rough way, but you can use one graphics card across multiple operating systems. Now, the problem with this is, compared to my original setup, my dream setup, this was one where I literally was just switching between operating systems, and I lost some of that luster that I really cared for. So, for instance, this is a diagram of my computer back in the day, okay, about a year or two ago. This box, this big box, represents my computer. Now, my first operating system that I fire up is Linux, right? The Notify 1, and this box that says Linux. Look, I'm not an artist, don't rip on me. Whenever I needed to use Windows to record footage or stream to the public, I would basically fire up a VM that would just stream it right here. And of course, if I needed sometimes Mac, I could pass up another VM. So the way that I would actually stream and record footage between those windows was to use something known as Looking Glass, which was actually a piece of software that allowed me to capture the frame buffer from Windows and show it into Linux. So I could put it into OBS and just stream it out for people to watch. And so even if my Windows operating system crashed for whatever reason, it would just reboot and none of you would know that, it would even have crashed. It was an insanely awesome piece of technology that I used when I had two graphics cards in my system. But obviously, since I went to a single GPU solution, this whole dream pretty much fucking died. Now, since a year ago, and I played Elden Ring with the missus, with one GPU, I've had this hankering to go back to GPU partitions. So to give you an idea about how this shit actually works, I installed Windows in a second hard disk drive, and I actually have it running amongst my actual core system. So if you look real carefully over here, you can see that I've got a Windows system running on a 500 gigabyte SSD that I have plugged into my system right here. Now, in a lot of cases, this is a Windows operating system that just is minding its own business. It's running bare metal, and you can tell it because it's calculating the CPU just like it normally would. It's got 128 gigabytes of memory, and it's calculating all of my drives, SSDs, and it's even calculating everything on my actual GPU. Now, there's a lot of shame, obviously, involved with me if I have to switch back to Windows, but I wanted to look at the actual technologies that some of the community was coming up with to make the experience more like Linux and far less bloated than one would imagine. And one of the actual tools that I saw was from a channel known as Chris Titus Tech, who is a pretty awesome Linux channel, somebody that creates really amazing utilities to basically de-bloat Windows, so you can get the most out of your hardware and out of your actual system without dealing with all of the extra bloat that exists in Windows. If you don't want shit like their AI, if you don't want even a calculator tool, you can basically get rid of whatever you want. But there are other tools. Obviously, one that I saw on Mental Outlaw's channel, Kenny, he actually showed something known as Win11 Debug. Now, I don't personally think that Win11 is all that important for Windows, just because I think that in a lot of cases, I compare it to like a car. People will be like, man, I could probably get some better gas mileage if I took out the passenger, seat out of my car and just threw it out. But yeah, you can get marginally better performance out of your vehicle. You just lose the ability to have a second person in your vehicle. And it might work for you if you have like no friends or anybody. I don't know how legal that might be. I wouldn't try it. But I kind of quit things like that. There's a lot of stuff that exists in Windows that you would consider bloat, but it might actually be required for another program to function or other your actual software to work. But this script is one of those scripts where it gets rid of things like telemetry, which is something that I've constantly fought against. And it's something that I hate about Windows. It's already got things like search results that you want to get rid of with Bing, Copilot, all these things right there. So to use this kind of tool, what you effectively have to do is open up PowerShell as a user. Now, before somebody goes, is this safe? No, there's nothing is safe, okay? Whenever you're clicking that Run as Administrator button, you're basically giving keys to anybody on your computer to access the most radical depths that they can go to. So again, unless you really trust something, sure, okay, fine. But this is something that I highly recommend you go at your own accord. I am not responsible for whatever happens to your computer. So if you fire up Windows PowerShell right here, what you basically do is you copy this right now, this little code, this script block create IRM, And you just basically basically hit enter. And what that will do is load up that actual script right here. So in order to debug Windows, I would think the best way to go about this is to do just this default mode. Now you could do app removal mode where you start removing things like calculator or paint or whatever tool you want. If you don't use the calculator in Windows, you probably don't want to do it. You're going to remove it. So we're just going to go to default mode as well. So what that will do is it will remove the default selection of apps. It will disable telemetry, diagnostics, and app launch tracking, and targeted advertising. Disable and remove theme search with Cortana, which I don't think Cortana is part of Windows, but sure. Disable tips and tricks for the lock screen. Basically get rid of Copilot and everything you never wanted. So once you hit enter, you'll notice that Windows is going to start swiping things left and right. So as the script is executing, you can basically just like walk away a little bit. It'll take some time. You might not get any for most information. But after the time, you will have the Windows and flashing lights if you want. So you can see right over here, it's looking at a removing Bing traffic, Bing weather, Microsoft Office Hub, Power 5 for Windows, Windows masks, alarms, Skype apps. And realize, uh-oh, it all went black. Everything is good. Everything is now removed. Now, earlier in this video, I was talking about different virtual machine technologies. Now, obviously, when you work for a big company where they purchase massive cards like these NVIDIA Teslas and these like data center cards, where they cost an infinitely high amount of money compared to what you're buying at Best Buy, but they're designed for big research companies, big organizations. See, they come with special software that allow you to split GPUs or partition them for everyone around. Now, if you want to get access to this without paying a crap ton of money, then you use Hyper-V. Now, at the time, I could have bought one of these cards, but they're actually selling some of these NVIDIA Tesla cards for like $200 on eBay. Now, I would rather post a $3
Does JReg have a new video? How about that, Angry Joe's?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I reminded you. I'm still like nodding off every now and again, but it's like just a moment. Micro sleep. When life is so exciting you can't go to sleep.
The most extensive review ever. I said I'd go short and I somehow went longer. Alright, I guess it's an obsession of mine.
It doesn't seem that long ago he was reviewing the last one.
I thought it wasn't randomly for another.
Oh, NBA.
Yeah.
For supporting our show. If you really like these videos, maybe consider picking up some merch. I have an amazing announcement. We have new merch that we're going to debut today. Joe?
Well,
Joe! Don't say it. So, here is the new shirt design.
well, to be fair, that is...
They seem like a good bunch, but honestly, I get a bit turned off by just how negative it gets at times.
If you really like it, you want to support us, grab some other merch on there. Thank you guys so much.
Or maybe I just wasn't caring.
Hope you enjoy the video. Check it out.
I'm sure we will.
You invited too? Oh,
so funny.
Alright.
I love
Better not be the same shit.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am thrilled to stand before you today in the gaming world. Madden NFL 25. As we celebrate a quarter century of Madden's dominance in sports simulation. Madden 25 epitomizes our relentless pursuit of innovation and immersive gameplay. This flagship title not only redefines the NFL gaming experience, but also reinforces EA's sports commitment to delivering unparalleled authenticity, synergy, and excitement. Madden NFL 25 is engineered with cutting-edge technology, leveraging our proprietary Frostbite engine to bring
I never want to hear about Frostbite again.
realistic football simulation ever created. We've implemented revolutionary advancements in player AI, ensuring that every play, from the most intricate pass route to the nuanced defensive adjustments, mirrors real-world NFL strategies with remarkable precision. Our focus on delivering a responsive gaming experience is evidenced by the enhanced gameplay mechanics coming to Madden this fiscal year. With our unparalleled commitment to synergy and leveraging our bleeding-edge technology,
I thought that was an insult.
deliverable. Boom Tech introduces a dynamic system that uses real-world physics to determine the outcome,
Yeah, I know, buzzwords.
inventing the way that you as the player will tackle, and ensuring the core competencies of the defensive players are brought to the table. The introduction of the Pass It Forward feature, which will supplement lateral and holistic control.
Pass it forward.
Facilitating a more
Mechanic.
tactical approach to passing and evading defenders. And most importantly, we have circled back to what makes Madden truly special, and are introducing a deliverable that will thrust us to the top. For the first time, players who bring the ball to the end zone will score what we are calling a dynamic touchdown event. Scoring twice as many points as a field goal, and release twice the excitement. In essence, Madden NFL 25.
Yeah, no, quite often there's this inescapable reality. We want a new exciting thing, but a lot of things are firmly planted in traditional.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You think you want something new, but the truth is, maybe not.
Oh, no, it's over.
This is bullshit. It's the same shit every year.
So amazing! Did you hear about the Pass It Forward? It's so good!
Joe, are you fucking stupid?
Oh god.
God damn it! It happens every year.
Doing so well, don't they? Let's go check out the cafeteria.
DI. There's no way I can make it down to the other side.
How? How can they not be absolutely ashamed by now at how little is actually done each year?
Cold on the monopoly.
Fucking nonsense! Fucking realistic physics! Physics-based tackling! Bro, there's nobody! I can't replay. I can't show the replay.
Nope.
I mean, I know I've been doing these Madden reviews for years. Almost as a joke at this point. EA,
That was good.
finally here!
That was good.
The same shit, and people eat it up without a thought.
We created a field setting with all new games.
Madden 24's new character skeleton, Fake News, brings you details on Madden 22's all-new dynamic game day feature.
We're talking about room tests.
It also makes every snap and every game feel like a new challenge and impacts gameplay across every mode.
And animations that deliver more control at the catch point, more catching variety.
Controller break loose with new mechanics. Providing new control and variety on you. With more control for flow of the play. All of these improvements increase your control and ability to defend the passer.
Let's go! This is like Christmas for me, boys! Fuck me, EA! What is this? It's once again the same repackaged shit with fancy words! For more variety, dynamism, and control. What is this? Giving players the outcome they expect on every play. Zip Riders will once again say, this is the best Madden ever! Until that honeymoon phase slowly wears off and they realize the truth.
This year, they added nothing. They added nothing but marketing speak. They added like 2 cutscenes. And how can they get away with this every year?
What is this?
What is this?
One of the most bare, incremental, pathetic upgrades Madden has ever gotten.
Hey Joe, thank you so much for coming back. We're looking for that same intensity, same tone that you always bring. We love it. So just start from the top, we'll give it a few tries and just see how things land.
Great. Okay. All right. Great. EA Sports. It's in their game. EA Sports. It's in their game. Yeah.
Did you not give me the updated script?
Oh.
Yeah, we can't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll give it a shot. EA Sports. It's on a separate website.
Oh, I like that, yeah. Next one.
EA Sports. It doesn't matter what's in the game because we have a monopoly and you want to pay us anyway. You pay
Hey, pigs. He said hey, pigs.
That's all I'm gonna need from you.
EA Sports. It doesn't matter what is in the game because you want to pay us anyway.
This is why I love this guy.
Look, there's really only 5 aspects to Madden. Let's break it down. This year, Ultimate Team and shit.
It's always fun to see what the impact animations do, so let me start out right here.
Oh, man. Oh, that goes hard. Wow. Daniel Ukulele? Oh, I fucking love Daniel Ukulele.
This animation goes kind of hard, man. I like this.
Oh, Jalen Naylor.
Look what we got, baby.
Oh, Stephanie Hugh. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that goes hard. Cedric Von Pratt. No way! Let's go! Damn, that pack animation goes hard. Fuck, I'm yelling at the game like.
What the fuck? Franchise is the same shit. Superstar is objectively wrong. Quick play with more like Superstar now is unfun. No work. I'll tell you why. And Training Camp, which has added 15 new minigames this year. Wow. The 6th aspect is new. Download Center. And it comes from College Football 25. That's the team builder and custom playbook. They're ported over here. Honestly, because so little was done to the game outside of new animations, along with hundreds of new blocking animations, and 25 introduces brand new catching mechanics and animations that deliver more control. We introduced a variety of
feature and added animation. Isn't that cool? Look, the menus are different. Look, they added animation. Well, that's what you're supposed to be doing every year! I believe that the college team isn't a fully brand new Destiny. It feels more as if the Madden had to be hacked and sent over for Orlando from Xerox. Then, after college, developed new features like customization on the field, the team builder, the playbook. It was just ported one for one into Madden. I want to be able to import.
That was thinking it, like, why can't you? It's the same website.
And not improved on, because it has the same issues. Let's fucking go. Now play the full game. You get 16 minutes experience. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Joe, are you telling me that in Madden, you cannot play 2 players on a single custom team? Just like college football a month ago, they didn't bother to fix that or change that. Yes, that's right. If you create your own jersey, you cannot play on the same team with your friends. Fuck! Yeah! I have friends! I want them to come over and hang out with me and play a fucking dynasty! I cannot fix that. I don't understand. Why is this a thing?
I sort of get it, it's lazy. It actually, yeah, it is kind of for people that don't have friends.
Neither game lets you use Team Builder offline. Neither game lets you play 2 players on a single Team Builder custom team. Next. Custom team! Let's go! This is Angry Army! Angry Army! Let's play together, Joe. Look what I made for you. I know, right? It's so sick. Let's go. Who the hell are you? Joe? First team name? Angry Super Soldiers, baby! Yeah! Come look at the rest. Yeah. Let's go. I just changed that. What? Coming in? There's no fun league, man. Fine. HJSA, go. You're good. You got your custom jersey? Yeah. Name?
Angry Army, Lopez, middle linebacker, 5'6".
We've been waiting 8 years to get put custom teams back in the game. Let's go, baby!
What the fuck?
So you made a custom jersey, which means that you don't get to play.
Excuse me? So I cannot play with friends on the same team? If I was to want the custom, that makes no sense!
Look, don't get mad at me. I don't make the rules here.
What? You do make the rules here, you're EA!
You're EA!
I'm sorry, Joe. I fucking hate this game. Fuck this game. If you want to use
Go home. Oh.
their own team, have their own consoles, and their own $70 copies of Madden in pure corporate greed.
That was always a horrible part of these games.
15 years ago, still relevant. Twice this year. Joey from Austin, Texas, wants 4-player cooperative back in Madden, Richard. He said Madden 08 had it, but he had the glitch to use it. Boom! Get it done.
I didn't get level 80.
Even more hilarious, it's not just the same with all the same problems, it's actually made worse. It took just 1 month for EA's Team Builder release to be made worse. Chrome helmet removed. Shiny chrome.
So they basically took the team builder for college and said, hey, strip it down even less, and then we're gonna
Put Madden on it. Done.
In college, you get 10 custom images to make really cool things. In Madden, you only get 5.
They allow you 10 custom logos in college, and then reduce it to 5 custom logos in Madden. Why?
Fuck you, that's why.
Fuck you, that's why. And finally, in college, you can choose from 135 different stadiums. In Madden, there are 6 fucking stadiums.
6 stadiums?
6?
Oh my god.
6?
6 stadiums.
Watching this chat.
There is no strategy section like in CF. There are fewer roster team types like in CF. And you can't use custom teams in Quick Play in Madden.
Oh, you can use Team Builder in Play Now in college football. You cannot use Team Builder in Play Now in Madden. We're not in Quick Play.
You have to be purposefully this incompetent. What the fuck? Why? How did it get worse if you just ported it over? Guys, if you break it all down, really, all this year's Madden amounts to is additional cutscenes, animations, and a new UI. I'll prove it. The newly lauded Boom Tech. We're talking about Boom Tech, which is
Boom Tech. Boom Tech is real.
And a reloaded timing-based hit stick, delivering increased gameplay variety and authentic physical outcomes. A 20 years old, Madden 2005.
There have been numerous additions to 2005. The biggest addition to defensive control is the hit stick. Using the right hand, you can sell out and try your best to lay a big hit on the ball carrier.
A feature that already inherently has a timing mechanic for the hit stick now has a timing mechanic for the hit stick. Fucking wow.
With a new skill-based mechanic. If a tackle is found too early or too late.
Ooh, let's go a lot faster.
But when it hits stick is timed perfectly, plays can be stopped just as fast as they started.
Hit stick tackles are much more likely to cause trouble, but also run a high risk of being avoided.
That's right. They literally resold you the same fucking hit stick, you dumb.
Let's look at how it works. Here you are, a linebacker, and a receiver is heading your way. As he goes up with a pass, flick the right analog stick and lay the big hit. Now watch what happens if you mistime it. As you can see, there's a definite risk to going for the big hit, rather than trying to keep your form and bring him down.
It's the very joke we make every year, reselling your features years later when you forget it's there. Next, what's next? Physics-based gameplay.
Technically. Well, it's always a quasi-physics.
Delivering increased gameplay variety and authentic physical outcomes.
Easy. Does this look like physics-based gameplay to you?
How did you even get that? That's bullshit.
How did you even get
Is he blind?
What? Are you serious? Our guy purposefully.
That's what I mean, quasi-physics. It's trying, but it's a facsimile. It's an... It's yeah. It's an...
Oh, I see what we're talking about there.
No, I don't see nothing. Do I want to?
The arm facing us. The arsehole disappeared for
Again, look, nothing's changed. It's just like AI currently. it struggles with hands. It turns out faces and like abs, boobs, it can kind of guess, cause it doesn't look wrong. Hands, there's an understanding of how hands, arms, and legs will work. Do I want that?
Sorry. Fuck you, customer. We know you're gonna pay out. Global.
Physics-based bullshit every year in every trailer, and people fall for it. What? What happened to your character? Why did you get sucked?
Yeah, I was going for the tackle. I was like, oh, I'm going to try to get this tackle.
Yeah.
What? I'm not even looking at the blocker. Like, okay.
You see this because you got sucked into the blocking motion. Joe was magnetically fucking attracted by this man's penis! What are you looking at right now, Joe? You need to play the fucking ball! Not go and suck on it, kitty! You want some man milk from his mommy milker instead of tackling. Because you just suck. I got to suck him off. Look at this! I got held by the dude. By his own fucking player, by his and all that. But he's not even anywhere near him. What is he touching? What is this? He's clearly caught by an invisible wall. I'm so tired of this shit, man. Delivering increased gameplay variety and authentic physical outcomes. How about this?
What? No fucking way! Let me see that. I want to see that. That's fucking bullshit. Look at it.
So his arm went through your arm, and then you would break this pass up 100%. There's no scenario where he holds onto the ball. Does the ball meld through the whole fucking player's helmet? And the because the fucking man already rolled the dice and said, no, he scored. That's fucking bullshit. The ball is through my shoulder. The ball is through my shoulder, which integrates real-world physics into the built-in system, giving players the outcome they expect on every play. Maybe, occasionally, when conditions are perfect, and you have a one-on-one tackle, you will get a slightly better animation 1 out of 6 times. Give it out, go. Give me one good move, go. I'm hurt. What the fuck? Because that's all it is. It's animation-based. It always has. And with EA refusing to use a new engine or rebuild it, it will always Oh no! My huge bicep is unable to hold the ball. An authentic physical outcome. Physics-driven tackle in Madden 25. I can't do this, guys. The breakdown. Oh. Look at how fancy this is. Physics-driven tackle in Madden 25 consists of 3 unique stages. Pre-impact, impact, and post-impact. I don't know what's happening with this game. And this is a computer tackle, guys. So, yeah, all Madden is just complete bullshit, because the computer will fuck you. Maybe just do a competent AI with Micah Parsons.
3 unique stages. Pre-impact,
He should tackle him. Instead, he just runs into him, his arm flails. And it's like, how dare he put that on?
and it gives the outcome you expect on every play. That's the outcome they expect on every play. As the defender initiates a hit, you'll see the ball carrier anticipate the incoming defender and brace for contact. Here, the player still has complete control to change direction or perform a skill move like a juke, truck, which affects the point of impact and resulting action. New playbook. For increased play calling data, some of the most exciting new plays from the league have been added to each of the 32 teams' playbooks. Did you just say that you have new plays in the football game? Some of the most exciting new plays from the league have been added to each of the 32 teams' playbooks. And that's it. Oh, the new pitfall. Well, that should be there. And EA is acting like we should be praising them for it. Pre-order the MVP bundle to get EA Sports Madden NFL 25.
Jesus, you can buy the MVP one!
Why is there 2-hour XP boost in Madden?
1,400 points, $15 XP boost. Why? What the fuck? Madden Pass is saved by College Football 25 this year.
No, I was supposed to die there.
Pre-snap customization, adjustments, disguises. But really, should we be giving Madden credit for porting over CF25 upgrades? No! And they fuck even those up. Where is the revamped passing that everyone likes in CF25? Revamped passing is not in Madden. Why? Why?
Okay, you make me feel uncomfortable.
Ported everything else from College Football 25. Why not this? Did you not have time? What the fuck were you doing? There's a fucking memory leak in this game. There's no doubt in my mind. They don't know what they're doing on PC Sports. Why would that guy go? The game is blowing apart, Joe. Like, we're getting... You guys are getting lag, and we are getting lag every 3 seconds. We're getting lag. We can't hardly tackle it. You see how the guy was going... There's a memory leak.
To be fair, most people wouldn't be playing 5 hours.
And guess what? The feature that Madden sold their entire deluxe bundle edition, buy both CF25 and Madden 25 together, so you can import your character from college into Madden. You know that feature? It's completely shit. It's broken. Import.
Are you serious, bro? Isn't College Football 25 and not made by the same company?
You cannot import draft classes. You can't.
But that game back in the mix, the inability to import draft classes is a huge mission. It feels like a missed opportunity to merge the game in the one spot you can enhance the depth for prototype mode.
You're stuck with stupid-looking guys. How can I not get a single guy that looks like me and there's 300 fucking faces and I can't get a single fucking guy?
You know what? I hear ya.
You? Your character? Well, all of your stats.
That's the usual DEI inclusion. It's like everyone's ugly now.
If you import your 5-star college football player into Superstar mode, the rest of his college career has zero impact on him or his stats. He's going to be trash. You can only be 5 positions, unlike unlike in PS2 Madden, when you could be any position, Superstar has been back since Madden 20, and this has not changed. In classic EA fashion, features are removed, and then a worse version is added back a decade later as a major selling point, and IGN eats it up.
That's right. Your college career has zero impact on your player. Only the mini-game combine in Madden itself determines anything. So what?
Oh, loot box mechanic. Actually, I think he's trying to ask, why are you playing video games?
Into this game, a single new section into the game. The online team builder this game was probably made by a third-party company outside of the game. This guy, because you have this guy in the game 17 times, I might as well be the guy that you want everybody to be. The AI is terrible. Players will never leave their zone smartly. Is the program to throw the ball? Looking directly at the quarterback. He decides, I don't know what he's doing. He's no longer playing football. He's deciding to do it. Or make good decisions on the field. The blocking is busted. Blocking is bad. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Block, 8600 block, 8700 block, 40. All he needs to do is make sure that these two guys right there.
To be fair, there's a lot of people that can't play properly normally.
He stopped. Even before Joe couldn't I because I was like, okay, perfect. I know that AI's gonna fuck one of these, so I better click on one. And so the AI chooses the guy that's already being blocked. Oh, it was an animation! You can see the fucking field sense. The rules check real physics. So right now, Joe, he is already in a blocking animation. Right now. Do you see that? How that guy slides over? Never see that. When we say it sucks, it's because it happens. Everybody is fucked off on the field. That's why the AI picks the wrong guy to block. The football intelligence is which one? One of the ones that are way over there. So fucking dumb. Not as awful as football's pursuit was, but not the best either. Honestly, I think that Madden cheats here. The AI will purposely hang or stutter or hold the character in place just for half a second it needs for you to be completely out of the play. That's how it wins. Cheating. Stop it. Why does the AI stop? Why does the AI stop him? The AI stops him so that he can blow up. You see what's happening, Ken? So I didn't want to notice, but these weird things.
Oh yeah. That's so that the stats play out accurately for the teams.
Because it shows, I'm not joking, that's exactly what happened. It shows the sit-on animation in which you were able to shove him off and he doesn't get that away. And for the love of God, offensive holding is broken in golf. It's all the same thing with happening in college football. Of course, Madden doesn't know that because no one plays co-op anymore, apparently. Or Madden doesn't give a shit about people playing a team sport on the same console together. They don't test for it. Yo, something wrong with Madden? Why does nobody mention Xeno back in the week? I wasn't pressing nothing on my control. I wasn't touching it or nothing. If the guy gets his back to the player, the animation just randomly do
Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, she's back.
Hey!
Yo, how's it going?
Yeah, your phone ran out of battery last night, didn't it?
No, it did, and I was struggling a bit with getting enough sleep last night.
Oh no, what happened?
Oh no, my favorite game came out and I was playing it to midnight, but I was struggling to get to sleep. Just a restless night.
Whiteout Survival?
I ran out of time, sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because you were trying to download it last night, eh?
Yeah.
Give it another go when your phone, charge up your phone a bit more.
Yeah, I will.
Because I was literally going on Discord and the page, because I've got a chat room on there, and I'm just like, anybody want to join my alliance? And then all the alliances were like too full.
Oh,
I'm gonna kind of have to use the people that I know to actually join the game and join my alliance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like get John to sign up to Cool Cats.
Cool Cats.
Cool Cats. Yeah.
Right.
So when you go on there, look it up. But you got to level up first.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it gets really cool when you get to like level 24 because you can actually catch animals as well and like what do you call it, and tame them as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I got all my what do you call it, alliance stuff is like I can't do the next bit until somebody joins my alliance and they've also done all that in the background as well.
You're right.
Because last night I was playing and I did like about 25 levels on because they had this when you send your hunters out, your hunters and gatherers out, you can actually level up that way. And mine went for I did like 30 levels last night and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. So hopefully again I'll be able to do another 25.
Very good.
It's actually really cool, but I have one person on my alliance, but they're never on.
Oh yeah, that's what I always found.
Their meat and wood gathering as well.
Yeah.
Because I can't level up unless they do that on the other side. They need to give the alliance, and they're not giving, they're just taking. So I'm like leveling up like really fast, and then they're like in the background trying to get all the freebies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I've leveled up so much that like I'm level 4. So a top alliance, and somebody goes, well, I'm a level 7 alliance. I'm like, whoa, that's top, you know?
Yeah.
And they've got level 3 as well, you know?
Right.
Yeah. But it's funny when somebody comes and attacks your village, you just have to teleport.
Oh yeah.
And then they have to try and find you.
Right.
Yeah. So I've done that. I've done that a few times. Somebody was going to attack me the other day, and the whole thing it was pretty funny.
Right. Right.
How was your day anyway?
A good day, but couldn't get a lot done at work. Gym cancelled, and now we've just been chilling at home since work finished. John
home too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a pleasant enough day, but nothing too exciting to report is all. Things working well enough.
I was watching The Mighty Boosh. Have you seen that?
Yes. I used to watch that when I was like a teen.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's on the TVNZ on demand app.
Oh yeah.
You've got the app on your TV, you can just look it up from there.
Oh yeah.
You tried getting hold of Connor and Sunita?
No. They often don't reply to return my calls anymore.
Yeah, I still got Aussie Dave on my Facebook. He just likes it when I send him zany videos.
Oh, that?
Like this one from the other day talking about vape.
Yeah.
That was good. I was cracking up because why do you want a vape that's menthol or nicotine, eh?
Yeah.
Just a waste. Why don't you just go back to normal ciggies? They cracked me up when he said that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. He's got 2 girls now, eh?
No, it's a girl and a boy. It's Connor. Yeah, the youngest is a boy.
Wow.
It's Connor with 2 girls. Yeah.
Yeah, you still see Laura?
Normally. I was expecting her to turn up, but yeah, she didn't say anything and she hasn't turned up.
Oh, okay.
She's injured her knee, she hobbles around on a crutch now.
Ah, what happened?
She doesn't seem to know. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if she's just carrying a crutch. Nah, I don't know. Look, she literally has an aversion to exercise. I've tried to talk her into it. She doesn't get it.
Exercise.
And she's always been a larger lady. She is a bit older than us. She is sitting in her 40s, nearly 41.
Yeah.
Sometimes things happen. Sometimes we don't quite know why.
Yeah, like I'm walking around, and you know what happens to one of my legs? My right leg? Sometimes it thinks it's a spring. And there's a little nerve in there, and then my leg goes bing.
Oh, I get that.
It's so annoying.
Every now and again, it's like your muscles forget how to hold itself, and so it does that weird little shake to correct.
Yeah. Or my left eye starts tingling.
Ah, yeah.
Me the other day, and I was sitting there, I was like, ow.
Oh, what, you mean like there's a vein that's throbbing and it's like making your vision slight?
Was shaking. Yeah.
Do you get those, John?
Sorry, the what?
I don't think John gets those. No, John, every now and again, I think it happens in both my eyes, but it'll happen one at a time. A vein decides to start throbbing really hard out.
Yeah.
And you can feel your eye wobbling around.
Yeah.
John seems completely perplexed. He's never had this. I've had this for years.
Oh, really?
No, John's the healthy one out of us.
Yeah. Did you hear about King Potato this morning?
Yeah, no, my cousin's the spokesman, so I got to see my dear cousin on the breakfast, like, nah, poor thing. Look,
okay. Holes inside?
Nah, it's like, what are they? Nitas or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know they've invited people to go down there, eh?
Look, the thought crossed my mind, but I don't know. I know Nita, but I look, he's an important man with lots of family. He doesn't need me to turn up for him.
They might get you to speak on the pie. You think you would?
I find that hard to imagine. I wouldn't.
It'll be too much for you.
I wouldn't think so. Oh no, don't get me wrong. If they ask, it must be very bad to ask me. Of course, I will do what I can. But
I just looked at the TV and I got the captions on. It said poo. And then it says 15 seconds.
I was like, why? Oh yes, it said poo,
Captions on TV.
Oh yeah, no, you always like the captions,
I'm watching that 1% show. That guy's so bloody crude. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just got off the phone with my friend in Melbourne.
Oh, cool.
And he's in Sydney.
Nice.
He's in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So he's going down the escalator into the supermarket and the phone just went
Oh yeah.
And then I go, you're going down. And he's like, I'm going down.
Oh yeah.
He knew what I meant. Is my Aussie mate. His auntie did the, Outrageous Fortune?
Of course.
His auntie created it.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And they said, and the reason why they took down the old building in Henderson was because when they had, what's that guy's name that was always Sparky? When Sparky was in there, he did so much bloody damage, ripping walls apart, and there was cables hanging everywhere, and every time somebody went in there, somebody got electrocuted. And then
not ideal.
Yeah. So, and then also it smelled like piss stains because everybody.
Yeah.
So that's why they took it down. They had no choice.
Sad,
it was a hazard. They would have loved to keep it as a museum. You know,
of course.
Have a cafe downstairs and then have a museum upstairs, but
yep.
no, it was just a safety hazard because there was just so many wires hanging out, and the floor was going, the plumbing was going. You just gotta sad, really.
do what you gotta do. Yeah.
But they gotta do what they gotta do to keep people safe, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but a lot of people protested that. Anthony and I went and walked over there many years back and had a look at the building. We're standing outside it. Yeah. And also my friend that I was talking to before, he was one of Dario's boys.
Oh, yeah.
So he was sitting there getting, eating and drinking piss the whole time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Camera.
Nice.
Quite a big Fijian guy too, Fijian Aussie.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, hello.
But he's Moorish, but he's in between, what's his name, Colin Farrell. You know, oh no, it's Colin Firth. Colin Firth and Hugh Grant. He's got a bit of he looks a bit like Steve Coogan. And, you know, have you heard of Steve Manigan? He looks a bit like Steve Manigan as well.
Sure. Oh, okay.
They've got that attitude, you know.
Oh, lucky man.
Yeah. Well, he's a hopeless romantic.
Oh, yes. No hope there.
Daughter, and they said, well, it's Father's Day on Sunday. Is your daughter Gypsy going to call you? And he goes, I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, that's sad. He's not on good terms with his daughter.
No, because he did a running man on her, and ex-partner was not very happy, so another man raised her and looked after her, and...
Oh, like that.
Yeah, and then they tried bonding a couple of years back, and then he turned his daughter's house into a dojo.
No, that's sad. I know how much some ladies can be for their fathers.
But he was sitting them on the toilet seat, so whenever she opened it up, there was like a doll's head in the toilet, just to freak her out, and then they had all of these plastic toy guns, and...
that sounds messy.
On my phone, that they were sending me. It was too funny.
Funny, yes.
But yeah, she kicked him out because he was just getting too annoying.
Of course.
And every time she wanted to come home, he turned his place into a bloody dojo.
Of course, right.
Because he was into the Matrix and Alice in Wonderland. So he's the White Rabbit.
God, he sounds a bit special. Jesus.
Yeah, he is. I don't know if he's got schizophrenia or psychosis, but...
Well, psychosis is more like they lose touch with reality. It's like you can't just tell them, hey mate, you're being fucking weird.
No,
just
you know about it, yeah.
Fucking calm down, man. Like normal, eh?
Yeah. So they lose touch with the normal world.
The normal world. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're unresponsive, yeah. People don't usually stay psychotic, but it's not good to even get into that stage.
If I felt really bad or anything, I'd go and talk to my GP, get a blood test done, and see what vitamins I need to have in my system.
Of course,
B12, I'm a little bit gluten intolerant. I think I'm more lactose. Yeah. So there's all these little things, eh?
Yeah.
Watch now, eh?
No, definitely, eh?
So I won't be having any KFC not KFC, McDonald's for the next couple of weeks or so. It all comes down.
Yeah.
And then, you know what they just said?
What they
on the television? They're bringing back the vouchers again. You buy a meal, you get 2 vouchers.
Marketing ploy. Oh, yeah.
I was like, you just have to bring that back right now? Living around where I am, you got Grey Ave and people like drop their empty cartons and you've got a sticker on top of it. So when I walk up and down Grey Ave, I'm going to find heaps of them again, which is cool. One time I had 6 Big Macs at one go.
Oh, lucky you.
I think I bought a Mega Hunger Buster, which isn't cheap.
Oh, none of it is.
That was cool. I just keep winning all these Big Macs. Remember, were you there with me years ago when we did like the Big Mac competition? Like we were just sitting there, we had to eat 2 Big Macs in 5 minutes or something?
No, I was not part of such. No, that wasn't me.
There, but that was cracker. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that now, I don't think, because my stomach's pretty stuffed up for the celiac and the, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't be careful.
They do,
Yeah. So, yeah, you joining up with that game, and then you can message me.
Yeah, I'll do it as soon as I can, but, you know, just sort of in the middle of a couple of other things.
Because it's cool, because then you can actually help me out with all these tasks and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been playing for 78 days on my own with one other person, but that one other person's never on, like me.
Yeah.
So all their bonuses are just gone. But for me, I'm collecting bonuses all the time.
Right.
And then I'm trying to send them to the other people, the other a part of my alliance, but I don't think they collect them in time.
Right.
Oh, Powerball's 12 million this Saturday.
Yeah, it's a fucking scam, that thing. Well, yeah.
I'm just thinking, should I get my dad a triple dip? That'll be nice, eh? Imagine if he won the 12 million.
That would be nice.
No, he'd probably be like, I'm moving to Switzerland.
Probably.
He's always wanted to go over there. He loves it there.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been there, but he's been there like a few times.
Good man. I am told that's the most expensive country in Europe.
What Toll did for Panya?
What'd they do?
Yeah, because she's got Thompson cousins as well.
Don't you know? Poor thing.
Yep. And the coolest thing was that I think she went away on holiday. I was there about a couple of months ago. And Toll literally, because you've already met Toll, her, you know how you get those little second-hand homes?
Yeah, of course.
Victorian homes? Yeah, he put her on a bit of land and did it up.
Good man.
So they're not in the old house anymore.
Right.
Their nephew and nieces are living in there now.
Oh, excellent.
They're getting older and they don't have anywhere else to stay.
Yeah, no, that comes a point you need to turn to family.
And also, Panya's got Kānoa, Te Tohu, Lavasa, daughter Lavasa now, and the other daughter.
Yeah.
I think her name's Sole. And then they've got Te Tohu as well.
Right.
So that's Rane, you know Renee? Panya's other sister? Yeah, they've got Te Tohu as well. He's so funny, you should see him trying to do the hooker. He's got big Samoan Māori feet. I was cracking up because he's Samoan Māori.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because he's De La Salle. Yeah, so
De La Salle. Right.
Trying to do the huckies jumping around, and he's got big feet, he's gonna be big. I said, you're gonna be a Māori All Black one day, and he goes, yeah.
Aw, dear
So
thing.
I'm hoping to go up there and see how they're doing, because she's always in Switzerland.
Right.
Goes to the UN, like she's taken her youngest daughter to the UN. She's got 2 daughters now.
Lovely.
And then she's got all her kaupapa as well.
Nice.
How do these little bugs get in? Yeah, you get the
Just every little thing, yeah, no, they just keep coming.
Yeah, no, my neighbours were washing outside their windows today, and they had all these spiders crawling in through my windows.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see any crawl through, but there was heaps of them outside.
Right.
Yeah, I'm getting a new property manager this Monday, so hopefully things are going to be better. Because the last one was just literally just evil to me.
Oh yeah, no, that's no good, that.
Yeah. So I've got a male one that I can ring if I need to, because of my neighbour next door. Oh, you know, the lady next door, they asked me, can I please use your car park?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just use one of those car parks, because, you know, I don't have a car. Hey.
Well, maybe you should get a car, but yeah.
Car parks there. There's like 6 car parks. There's heaps there.
Yeah.
So two very nice Fijian ladies are gonna move in next door, and they're not gonna put up with my neighbours, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
It's not very nice to me.
Yeah, no, you tell me. Nah.
Like somebody would need to bloody set a trap up, you know, and teach them a bloody lesson.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't want to do that though.
Well, you're far too kind, eh?
He will trap himself eventually. Like if
Karma, eh?
Like I could be sitting here on the phone talking to you now, and he'll be standing outside my window listening to my phone call. Yeah. Remember Bob? Did you meet Bob at church?
No. Oh yeah. I think I remember Bob.
And he wasn't very happy, and he said, "Well, if he does annoy you again, I'm going to have to come over and talk to him." And his head would reach the top of the door.
Oh yes.
He's got big arms, like you know how you get the couch and you get the arms on the couch. That's how big his arms are.
Oh yeah.
Slim.
Right.
Imagine the amount of muscle that's on him.
Yeah, of course.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been watching the Paralympics?
I haven't had a chance to watch much of it as yet. Just a bit of the opening at work.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've just got other things on at the moment that I'm watching, but it repeats throughout the whole night.
Oh, yeah.
Like I woke up this morning, it was just the same thing rolling over and rolling over again.
Right.
Yeah. How much battery do you have on your phone left?
Oh look, I'll have to go soon. I need to like make dinner for myself.
What are you gonna cook?
Probably just noodles.
Oh my gosh, where's your vegetables?
I don't know, I add frozen vegetables to it.
Oh, okay, I was like, hey, any meat?
I eat enough meat throughout the day.
Oh, okay.
It's no secret, but I'm a little fat.
Tuna's good.
Oh, I might have a can of sardines, but I'm always terrified. I'm always terrified I might develop gout having one of those, but goddamn, it's so tasty.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't have too much of that.
We need to go and get a blood test done and see what's going on. Because you don't know what's going on until you go and get it done. So now I know what's going on with my body, you see.
Well, gout's pretty obvious. I mean, that's just like too much processed food or alcohol. Body develops more acids to break down the stuff that's been preserved because, you know, it doesn't rot.
To me was I went to that you know, that big food festival in Green Lane?
Okay, it's not one thing, it's a lifestyle. You've been having too much salt in your diet or some such thing.
Yeah.
Look, Bobo, hey, no judgment. It's easy to fall into.
Yeah.
Basically, you just need to... Honestly, it's like... I think God just wants us to be vegetarians. What else could it be?
Yeah. I knew my closest friends know me too well, eh? What's my normal diet? You probably already know. Takeaway.
Oh, well.
I spend most of my time doing sleeping in bed and then going out to town or going out for walks.
Well, at least you can still walk. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what are you and John up to tonight?
Nah, we're just chilling at home. We've got gym first thing in the morning, and I'm catching up with, do you remember Chris from my work? I'm gonna see him and his buddy tomorrow, a bit after lunch. Yeah, no, should be a good day.
Oh, you're gonna catch up with them after lunch?
Yeah, 1 o'clock, at Ash Neil's place. Yeah, no, I haven't been over there in ages. Dude's got a little girl, she's probably quite big now. God, she was just born last time I saw her.
Got a daughter now?
Yeah, Fijian Indian guy. He's a real good guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, Chris, is it that time when you picked me up after work that time?
Yeah.
And you was in your little,
Yes.
car, your white car that time?
The Honda Integra, yes.
That was it, yeah. Yeah, I remember. Partially, because that was ages ago.
Oh, you seem to remember everything else that happened ages ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can get onto that game because I need you to level up on that so fast.
Yeah, look, I gotta be honest, I've got this other game I really want to finish quickly. But, Vampire Survivors, it's a mobile game. It's free, but it just came out on the PlayStation, and I want to get the platinum quickly. And, oh god, it's just so much fun going through this game again. But no, I will definitely put some time into that game of yours, Kate, and I will help you out with your...
to do that as well, and get John...
But hey, honestly, I'm surprised you can't find people to join your thing, or... Usually those things are like, they'll have a feature where you should be able to join.
Lights are full. Yeah, that's why it's so hard.
I don't know, that sounds a bit funny.
I know, they need more people to play, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest, I've never heard of this game before. Kinda looks like a lot of other... Kinda looks like a lot of other games I've played. Lots of loot boxes.
Whiteout Survival is great because it doesn't take up all your data, like most games do. And they don't drain your battery.
But don't you have like unlimited data anyway? But don't you have unlimited data anyway? That's kind of a moot point, isn't it?
Yep, that's right. Unlimited calling, unlimited data, unlimited texting.
Well, then you wouldn't be concerned about saving data. I think any game's usually quite, taxing on the little battery. But,
the other one that I had was Frozen Village, Frozen City. Yeah, and then I had to delete it because it was just taking too long. And the main game was ripping people off, while the event was actually doing quite well. But the only thing is it was giving you like a day or two to finish it, and it's just too tiring.
Right.
I had to take it off because of my health at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I need my rest. I leave my TV on at night when I sleep anyway, so...
Oh, you shouldn't do that, Kate. It's bad for you. It keeps your body awake. It stops you from resting properly.
No, some people leave it on.
It's not good, Kate.
No, but my light's off.
But TV's have lights in them, Kate.
Oh, okay.
That's how you see them, right? And also, it's like the blue lights as well. Apparently, that's really disruptive to your circadian rhythm. It prevents your body from being able to sleep. Yeah, that might be why you're having health problems, because your body's not able to, you know, heal and do what it needs to do, because it's not sleeping properly, Kate. Anyway, that's bizarre, leaving the TV on all night. You've passed out and you couldn't put yourself in bed. Some TVs have that feature, but even my one's like 3 hours. It's not and not everything has that. And you can change the setting. It's a power saving feature.
Okay. You still got that other TV in your room? The one that makes the humming noise?
Oh yeah, but I never touch it. It's just, yeah, it's no point. By the time I need to go to that room, I am really tired. It is time. There's nothing more for me. I go to sleep. Anyway, my phone's more fun anyway.
Yeah, well, you can watch everything on your phone too.
Oh, it's more responsive. Doesn't have that hum like you say. Yeah, no, it's just better, eh?
Yeah. What do you think of beam scooters being taken away in Auckland?
You mentioned this again yesterday. It's kind of... I don't really like those scooters anyway. They seem kind of annoying. I refuse to use them because I've got a car. Why would I want to use a scooter?
True. I think it's sad because I really enjoyed using beam scooters.
Are they gone? Gone, like all of them?
They're gone. They're all dismantled. Hang on, I'll check my app.
I just saw it was like restricted numbers.
Yes, it's dismantled. Like they're all taking them.
Oh, someone.
And it's gone.
Someone lost a lot of money there. Ooh.
Well, I actually rang them 6 months ago and warned them, but they just didn't care.
If only they listened to you, okay?
They're not functionable. They're all being picked up now. They're all dismantled. The app's not even... There's none in Auckland.
Whoa.
What about Wellington?
Yeah, look, Auckland just didn't want them anymore. Look, honestly, I've met so many people with broken bones from those things. They're not good.
Yep, they've still got them in Wellington.
That might change. Yeah, now people... I'm glad nothing bad's happened to you, Kate, but people often break their collarbones and wrists on those damn things.
And it's annoying because when I was going down Queen Street one time, there was too many people on the walkway, the footpath.
Well, it is a walkway, Kate.
We had to go on to the road to actually get anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
There's none in Christchurch. There's only Wellington that's activated.
Oh, yeah.
Auckland has been... Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I really do hope that they will fix the map so everybody can get everywhere around Auckland. South and east, and some parts of west.
I don't know. Do we really need the West, John? Do we need West Auckland?
There's Henderson.
Look, they've just got a pack and save from what I remember. There's a pack and save there.
That's where Outrageous Fortune was shot.
Yeah, how many years ago was that, Kate?
More than 20 years ago.
Okay, so sounds like it. Well, yeah.
There's a Tony's restaurant out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a McDonald's, Henderson Fire Station.
Wow, they've got like all the things South Auckland has. Oh, wow.
Yeah, one of my friends has just moved out there.
Oh, yeah.
She's and her son-in-law and daughter-in-law have got a baby on the way.
Oh, congrats.
Good on them. And she's a preschool teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's so funny.
Nice.
You can literally sing and dance with her. She's like really cool.
Oh yeah.
She
Nice.
knows bird as well.
Of course she does.
Wow. How
Yeah.
much battery do you have left?
Oh no, don't worry about the battery. I think it's like 20 or something. Yeah, no, what was that? No, I'm just playing this other game I need to play. Once I finish this level, I'll need to leave.
Oh, you're playing your other game?
Yes, I am. Vampire Survivors. It's about vampires that were touched by the priest and how they survived.
Oh wow, they finally got it through. Yeah, Margate Town Centre. Because every
about
time I go
Margate
to
Town
Margate
Centre?
Town Centre,
What about
try and
that?
go get a bus, and there's like 6 empty buses, and that's not a stop bus. You know, stop. It's for buses who are coming and going frequently, and nobody can get on their buses because there was one guy that was actually parked diagonally.
Oh yeah.
And he just didn't know how to park his bus, and all these drivers were trying to get through.
Yeah, that happens. People don't know how to drive. It's fairly common on the...
I really hope that they will fix it.
I'm sure they will.
I'm doing my performing arts course there.
Oh yes, I remember.
Did it about 4 or 5 times.
Did they?
3 or
Okay.
4 times. That's how much they've updated it. But what they need to do is chop up that park up
Yeah. Oh jeez.
and either make a walkway underneath
Yeah.
or make it a bit like Botany, and the bus stop will be across the road. And then they can make a taxi rank there, you see?
Oh yes.
So they make a proper bus parking, and they could make like a little area where they can actually stop off and have their tea and coffee, like a little office.
Oh yes.
And it could go underground as well, you see, so it gives them some privacy.
Right.
And they can just stop off there, go to the toilet, go and get their sandwich, get their coffee.
Get that coffee.
Nice chairs, nice couches
chairs,
in there,
nice
they can have
couch.
a little sleep and then off they go again.
Well, sounds like you got everything planned for them, Kate.
Nowhere for them to park their buses, you see?
Okay.
So when you're catching your bus, you have to go in between 2 other buses, and the bus trying to jackknife, you always get jackknifed into by a bus. Yeah, that's so dangerous.
Ideally not. Yeah, no, that's bad. Hey, look, Kate, I gotta go. I need to go to toilets and, yeah, sort my dinner out and stuff.
Please try and level up on that game. I need you on there.
Sure, will do.
And if you're playing the vampire game, try and, once you've done your vampire game, then jump onto that one.
I'll do what I can, but I've been pretty tired lately, Kate, because, you know, I work and stuff, eh? Good night. Stupid bitch.